and smoke your marijuana. If you really wanna go, have a happy Hanukkah. Happy Hanukkah.
It's time to start the program. It's time to earn our pay. It's time to meet the people on the Keeler Show today.
It's time to read the news and weather. Time to figure out what to say. It's time to turn the channel of the Keeler Show today. Why do we always listen? Keeler's always in the know. It makes me want to call him and tell him where to go. And now let's get things started. Andrew, let's get things started.
It's time to get things started.
On the most sensational, inspirational, celebrational, Keelerational. This is what we call the Keeler Show.
WIBX 950 and 106.9 FM. This is Keeler.
Got a pretty mild day on the way today. Got a surprise guest in studio. Always excited about that. Holiday season, a little something for our Jewish friends this morning.
Happy Hanukkah.
We'll speak about that topic coming up with Tanya Powers and the whole college president issue here this morning. Dr. Kent Hall is on. We'll talk an amazing story about somebody who has fallen to the worst part, or the worst place one could end up, and has been able to pick themselves up and turn their lives around and do good for others. It's a great story. If you're good with a great story,
It's always good this time
Some
of year.
people only want the dirt. Andrew Dominio.
That's right. That's
And
right.
then there's Andrew and his frustrations this morning. Are you going to get through this? I just had
I'm
a
going to
feeling.
have to be.
I
Me too.
had-
It's a trap game. You win. You
I
beat
had
the
a feeling.
Lions. You beat the Chiefs. The Giants come in, and, this whole Tommy DeVito thing, he's a good quarterback, and I want to like him, and I want to like the story, but now he's public enemy number one. And the fact they kept cutting to the shot of his dad and that
but he's
idiot in the hat that was in the stands, and, oh, my God, it was sickening. And then you got Joe Buck and Troy Aikman, who just love every team that is playing the Packers.
Well, I just think that
they're awful.
they're looking for the story. Davey, you didn't watch any of it. You watched none of it last night. But the Tommy DeVito thing kind of has a bit of I don't know. I mean, you've got if you were given your choice, you get the Tommy DeVito story, or you got to deal with Taylor Swift. Which do you choose?
Oh, yeah. No, you definitely want the Tommy DeVito. And frankly, I'll probably be happy for him, even though I literally hate the Giants and have well beyond Tommy DeVito, okay? But, I'm happy for the kid. Syracuse kid.
Two big things occurred yesterday. Of course, the Giants losing last night and the Bills
Packers.
winning. I'm sorry, the
The
Giants.
Dolphins. You were talking about the
Giants
Dolphins.
winning last night and the Dolphins losing.
Yeah, I don't know how that happened.
That is just good news for the Buffalo Bills.
The Titans scored 13 points in under 3 minutes.
Yeah, wow.
Unbelievable.
Okay, what else do we have? Can I just bring up a negative? I'm on a negative.
Me too. So bring it on,
Davey. Where's your mojo today? You got something going on? Are you all right in there?
I got some type of bug, stomach virus or something bothering me right now.
Oh no.
Yeah, he's in here this morning. I'm like, great. I think it's probably something he ate.
I'll see you guys later. I don't
Hey,
think
Devin, can you come in?
It's not something he ate. It's going around. You stay in there. Have you been in here? Have you been in here?
Yeah.
Has he been in here?
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. You ever take these Clorox wipes and wash your tongue with them? I do it all the time.
It's got a nice flavor to it.
Don't do it at home.
Feel better, but oh my
All
goodness.
right, you stay in there, Davey, and we'll stay in here. And I hope you feel better. I really do care about how you feel.
I feel like crap right now. I really should be going.
Well, then maybe you should. We'll figure it out, all right? Why don't you head home? Shut that door quickly. Because I think you should head home if you're not feeling well. It's all going around right now. You'll be hacking along before you know it. I mean, this is the new world of what do you do when someone is sick at work?
You chastise them.
In the, years ago, Davey, you know the rule. It's like, I don't care if you're sick. You come in. Yeah. I don't care if you're sick. You come in. But today the rules are kind of a little bit different. I would go home and get some rest. You look cold, too. You're all bundled up in there. I wish I could get a shot of you. I wouldn't put the shot out. People feel they'll catch something, though.
Yeah, through the screen.
Through the screen, through YouTube Live.
Through the YouTube.
What are your symptoms? I'll treat you.
What, my symptoms?
Yeah, what do you have? What's going on?
I woke up like at 4:45.
In a cold sweat.
No.
No.
With like stomach pains and like
That's why
throwing
he's
up.
saying it's pain. He's saying it's pain.
What
It's
did you
not-
eat? What did you eat last night?
I ate dinner at 5 o'clock. That's the only thing I ate.
All right. I want you to stand up for a second. Just stand up for a second. I got a test. First of all, how bad's the pain in your stomach?
On a scale of 1 to 10.
It's about a 7.
Okay.
All right. I want you to do this, and don't question me. Just do it. Because I read about this just yesterday.
WebMD.
I want you to jump up and down, okay? Just no, don't give me that look. This is a test. This is a medical test. Dr. Hall will support us. Jump up and down. Show him how, Andrew. There you go. There you go. There you go. How do you feel?
No.
Are you in a terrible... See, now, if he bent over,
And keeled
curled
over.
up, and keeled over,
It would have been
we would have to...
appendicitis.
It'd be appendicitis. We'd have to rush him to the hospital. But that's good news. You're just sick. Yeah. All right. Would you be angry if we sent you home?
Hell no.
Get out of here. Go. Andrew, shut the door. How many times do I have to tell you? For God's sakes. Davey, get out of here. Go. I'm serious. Okay. We'll figure it out. We'll answer the phones.
Well, you can answer the phones from right there, Mr. Bell.
If I have to do it, I'll do it. I'll do whatever it takes. You know, my wife is a school teacher, and everybody, Davey, they're all sick in school today. Everybody's hacking up a lung. People coughing. There's bronchitis. There's cellulitis.
I don't think that's really
No?
a
There's
child adult.
there are
illness.
people with pneumonia. Feel better, Davey.
I think he's already
All
started
right.
to.
Well, I feel bad for him.
Yeah, I do too. I feel bad.
I'm
for
just
us,
going to
too.
take these calls today. We won't screen a phone call. You want to get something in today? Here's your day.
We got the delay on. We're ready to go.
Let's see. I believe this is Tanya Powers standing by with us right now. Good morning, Tanya.
Good morning. Is this just like caller roulette today? What's happening?
It is. So what do you do? What do you do when you walk in and your assistant producer / phone screener says, I don't feel good. My stomach is off. I woke up and I think I'm really
I've
sick.
got a stomach virus.
What do you say to that?
You tell them, I hope you get better soon and do the best you can.
Get
Go
the
home.
hell out of here.
That's right. Go.
That is exactly what you do.
Go home. It has changed, hasn't it? When we grew up in this business, Tanya, and of course you're far younger than me. When we grew up in this business, it was like, all right, well, bring a bag or something, whatever you need if you're going to be, vomiting, but get to work. You must come in. You can never not come in. But that has completely changed today.
Well, thank goodness we've evolved.
Yeah. What were we thinking back then?
Yeah.
Let's spread it to everybody. Wow. Yeah,
You
well.
can deal with a little stomach pain.
Yes. By all means, come in and get everybody else.
That's right. Don't do it. And listen, it's probably just a 24-hour thing.
It may just be something he ate.
I'm dealing with a family member right now who's been had like the cold, sinus infection. They give you an antibiotic for bronchitis or something like that, and then it comes back again. A very close family member who's had this for like 6 weeks.
Yeah.
It is just
Man, that's terrible.
This stuff just lingers, it seems. And I don't know why this year we're getting that, but we seem to be doing it. Well, enough of this, Tanya. Let's talk about this whole congressional hearing and Elise Stefanik and college presidents stepping down, or at least one at this point. What do we know?
Well, one of them has. Excuse me. One of them has, and that is the University of Pennsylvania president, Elizabeth McGill. She resigned on Saturday, 4 days after she appeared before Congress. There were 3 college presidents that made that testimony in that hearing. It was her, and then you had the MIT president, and then you had the Harvard president, Dr. Claudine Gay. I'm going to get to her in just a second. But Elizabeth McGill, the one who resigned on Saturday, she had already had, her support for her had sort of been eroding even before the Hamas attack.
Yeah.
Actually, because her approach to a Palestinian literary conference there was not taken well by a lot of people. The initial response by the university to the Hamas attack was also widely criticized by a lot of folks. And then, of course, her testimony before Congress did not help matters. And so, that one I don't think was a huge surprise for a lot of people who were following this.
Yeah.
I thought the more interesting part was the board chair also quit. And that was, like an immediate sort of thing. I think McGill is supposed to stay on until there's an interim leader.
Yep. Okay.
And then I believe she will also stay at the law school as a professor because she used to head I think it was Stanford Law. She headed up a law school before she took this job. She's also been a leader at the University of Virginia. So that's kind of where that one is. And the one to watch today, though, is Harvard, because that is the president, Dr. Claudine Gay. She was also one of the people who gave testimony and has been criticized for that. However, she seems to have a lot more support from faculty and students.
Yeah, they're calling for her to stay on. Yeah.
There's a lot of people who want her to stay in that position. Way more so than McGill. I don't think there was an outpouring of support like that for her. And then the Harvard board met yesterday, the governing board, and they, I guess were working on the decision of should she stay or should she go. That announcement is expected today. So that's the thing I'm keeping an eye on today.
So this is a very tricky situation, and we get a little bits and pieces of this when maybe a college or university decides to have someone come to their campus and speak, somebody who's controversial. And my belief is always you learn from people who are good, you learn from people who are bad, and it's not an endorsement. It's let's hear what you have to say, and there are limits to that, right?
Yeah.
But at the same time, there's also free speech, and that's where you can have an opinion on the policy regarding the Israeli-Hamas war. But if if your speech is hate speech, and you're targeting Jews or Muslims for that matter, there's a big difference between that and free speech.
Well, I mean, the free speech always gets is an interesting topic.
Yeah.
Anyway, a lot of people don't understand exactly that free speech means that you aren't going to be hauled off by the government for saying something.
Right.
I mean, it's not.
Right.
Oh, there was a consequence of me saying something. That's not what free speech
that's
is.
a really good point.
It does not mean that you can just say something with impunity. That means, the government didn't haul you to jail, then yes, you have exercised your free speech.
However, your employer may not be pleased with what you're talking about.
We had
had
that case locally of a local lumberyard. There was a gentleman who he had the tattoo of the swastika was revealed on social media, and he got fired, and everybody was up in arms and said, "Oh, is this free speech?" Not if the employer doesn't want you to. Yeah, you can clearly say it.
An employer has free will.
An employer has free will, right?
So it is very interesting, and let's see where all of this goes. I think this is going to be interesting to watch today. So
it is.
Well, listen, Tanya, I want to say I hope you haven't caught anything by being on the line with us today. And, I think you'll be okay.
And I hope you're not a Giants fan.
Yeah. Okay, but if I don't, I will call you up. Don't worry.
All right. Okay. Thank you so much. Have a wonderful day.
Thank you.
Tanya J. Powers from Fox News. So, and I just want to say to Davey, he's probably getting right to his place. It shows you the loyalty that he has to get up in the morning, get
100%.
things rolling, and then to go in that booth and shut the door and try to protect everybody. We thank you for all of that, Davey.
I've been told Megan's going to come in, and I told her to come prepared. She's got Lysol and a sanitary bomb. She's coming in.
Yeah. Definitely you want to do that. Let's see. Rob says, where else can you lose $1 billion for your company and not lose your job? Just very liberal, Harvard. Harvard has lost over $1 billion after that hearing, and they continue to support her. Take that for what it is. I know this is a big attack on liberal universities right now, and it's going to be interesting to see if this blows over or if another one goes down today. We'll have to.
Yeah, at least one's already expired.
We will have to see. Story from WTR CNY homepage. This is sad. New York State troopers announced on Monday the death of a retired New Hartford trooper who served over 25 years on the force, dying at the age of 57, which is so young.
Terrible.
Passed away on Friday, Trooper Robert Burney. According to a statement by Acting Superintendent, Burney passed away from an illness that he suffered as a result of his assignment at the World Trade Center on September 11th.
This continues to be an issue for law enforcement and first responders across the country, and really that's the tragedy of it is not only all of the lives that were lost on that day, but the death toll continuing to climb as more and more of these first responders pass away. And
Trooper Burney was assigned to Ground Zero to aid in the search and recovery efforts after 9/11. He was also active in many other major assignments, including Hurricanes Katrina and Sandy, and detail at the New York State Fair. He entered the state police force after graduating from New Hartford High School, MVCC, and Utica College. Was part of the 165th class of troopers in March of 1989. Retired in January of 2017 after 27 years. Was stationed out of Troop D in Oneida. And very, very sad. And our thoughts and prayers go out to family and friends. And again, this is something, if you recall, that Chief Brooks, Russ Brooks, former Utica Fire Chief, Russ Brooks was fighting.
Yes.
And fighting for other members who had not been, the government really was at one point, it was a controversy over, were these illnesses caused from 9/11? But you just think of the toxins that came into the air. Mm-hmm. While that all happened and the days following, it's just really incredible and sad that he would end up passing away based on this at such an early age. 57 years old.
And really just a lack of proper PPE back then, but a lot of the time it was just like do what you can to try to find a survivor or some sort of life.
A lot of talk out there this morning in regards to Mahomes. Now, do you know Mahomes is saying that the reason he got so angry was that he was upset that Kelsey, a Hall of Famer, future Hall of Famer, that unbelievable lateral play would not be shown as part of his Hall of Fame celebration.
Yeah.
That his anger wasn't for him, his anger was for Travis Kelsey.
Yeah, right.
Do you buy that?
Not at all. Not at all.
What a joke.
It was a good play, but, I was hearing people, I heard people talk about it the next day like it was the Immaculate Reception, like it was going to go down in history. It was a lateral pass in the regular season game. Like, it wasn't bad.
It was a lateral in the red zone, and it was brilliant, no doubt about it.
Yeah, it was a great play, but they're talking like it was.
And to say the play was done, very few people can say that the play was done while who watched on from the booth.
Oh my gosh!
Taylor Swift was there to see it all happen.
And then at one hand they're like, well, it was kind of an improvised thing that he did, and then you got some people saying, oh, it was in the Chiefs' playbook. Yeah, it was a good play, but good plays happen all the time. You know how many times there's laterals or flea flickers now, or Green Bay had 8 failed ones last time.
Don't be too nervous about it. But still, you're right. You're right. Give me a break. You were mad because you're a spoiled brat. And we'll get more. I've got more on that. I'll get to a little later on this morning. Can I bring up a topic that just annoys the daylights out of me?
Yes.
And it is light bulbs.
It's
Number
brutal.
one, when you go in the aisle and try to pick out a light bulb, I hate the fluorescent look of lights. I much prefer the warmer, almost a yellowish, like an incandescent.
Yeah.
And it adds the mood to
It's
your
not harsh.
setting. It's not harsh. It adds a mood.
Right.
It's not it's not that bright white like we have here in the studio. Anyway, and the number of light bulbs we have to choose from, and the expense of these light bulbs. You remember when the price went up? What they told us?
Yeah, it was for the environment, right? It was
Yes,
for...
but what they told us, and it's true, they run much cheaper than the incandescent lights. But what they told us is that these will last almost forever.
Yeah, right.
These will last years. The reason they're more expensive is once you get this light bulb, it's going to last. Well, you know what I've been doing? And it's just this month it started to happen. So I'll bet we changed the light bulbs maybe 6 or 7 years ago, where we went through, and that was the big push. Change your light bulbs. New York State, the big, was it New York or the country? I forget.
Yeah, energy audit.
We were changing the light bulbs. We wouldn't be making the incandescent anymore. You're going to save energy. And while you're paying, $12 for this light bulb, no worries. It's going to last for a long time. Well, you know what's going on in my house?
They're going.
I'm going around changing them out.
Yeah.
Because they don't completely blow. Some do. But for the most part, they just kind of go where they're not bright anymore. I've changed 3. I realize we have a lot of light bulbs in our house, and it's only 3. But each time I change a light bulb, as I'm standing on that little stepladder and I'm unscrewing it, I'm saying, as I unscrew this, we got screwed.
Yeah.
We got screwed.
You did.
We paid this light bulb was supposed to last forever. Squeak, squeak, squeak.
There's no way they're going to make a light bulb that lasts forever. I mean, things are made. Think about your washer or your refrigerator or your dishwasher.
I believed it because many of the light bulbs I had were made by Cree. And now they're Wolfspeed in a completely different business. They're like, all right, we made the light bulbs that'll last forever. Now let's change our direction.
Yeah, convenient.
Let's go into chips.
Yeah,
because we've already made enough light bulbs. But now the light bulbs are beginning to go. And so they'll say to you, well, I got to say, 6 years, a light bulb working for 6 years, that's pretty good. I have incandescent light bulbs that worked for many, many years, too. In fact, if you go way back, those light bulbs, I have a light bulb.
You've tracked it?
That is an incandescent light bulb. No, I only know this because you specifically have to keep track of it. This is it's an old lamp that was given to me by my grandmother. And it is not the same size as a regular light bulb. So the part where you screw it in, the thread, is larger than a regular light bulb. So you have to find it's the old style before the light bulbs we're using now. So you have to find a special light bulb. And I'll bet I bought this light bulb 12 years ago, 13 years ago.
Wow.
And it still works today.
And the other level of annoyance I have with it is, I think we've talked about this last week or the week before, the options. And it's not even like it's options for, like what you prefer. It's like you better get it right. Now, how many lumens or how many watts or how many?
It does help when they say this is comparable to 100 watts or the packaging.
Yeah,
or
it
the
used
display.
to be you just get 3 or 4 different ones.
Give me a couple 60s. I'll take 100 and a 40, and give me a 25 over there. I'd want some
just in case.
Yeah.
I mean, we had to call my girlfriend's father, who's an electrician, and he's talking us through how to replace our light bulbs.
Right, figure out which one to get. And then, there are those light bulbs that we have some, they're almost like chips, and they're ceiling lights. There's nothing to replace ever.
Yeah.
If those were to go, you got to replace the whole thing.
I'm dealing with it now.
Yeah, that's what you're dealing with.
Yeah.
You can't change those light bulbs.
He says you have to get a whole new
new fixture. And good luck trying to get one that's going to match what you currently have. If you're trying, if there's more than one. Does anybody else care about this? 315-736-0186.
No screener, so if it's something else you're talking about, call on up.
You may be having the same issue. I'm just saying they told us they would last forever.
Forever.
And I think they were lying to us. What else? Apparently there is, do you know anything about this controversy at Panera Bread over lemonade?
I don't.
All right, well, I'll get into that coming up in a few minutes. But apparently
I've got my own issues with Panera, but
there is something. There's something going on. I'm not a Panera guy. Nothing in there. Everything in there is carb heavy.
Oh, everything.
I don't know of anything that I can go in there and eat and say
I feel like
I'm staying on my diet.
You get so little for so much money. I get like a sliver. You can get the sliver of a sandwich and a cup of soup for $30.
I understand. I'm not here to bash. It's a very popular place. A lot of people love it.
Well.
It's one of the very, very popular chains. I'm just saying it isn't a place where I can go and stay on my diet.
Right.
KTV reporting today, Utica Police has been responding over the course of the last 30 days, has been responding to several calls involving internet sale transactions. Now, I'm in the midst of selling something right now, and I'm trying to wonder, do I just put it on eBay? Do I sell it on Marketplace?
That's a nightmare.
How do we do it? They have some other services out there that'll sell
Facebook
stuff.
Marketplace is a nightmare.
Or do I just give it to somebody and say, hey, sell it for me? Maybe,
That's
and you take a commission. Because it's probably something that'll sell for $400 or $500.
Really?
So there's some opportunity there.
The problem that we found with Facebook Marketplace is you get into trying to sell a higher end item on Facebook Marketplace, good luck. Because people will want to get the price down considerably.
Well, according to Utica Police, the incidents are linked to Facebook Marketplace. Each victim stated they went to a location to purchase an Xbox, which was posted on Facebook under a Facebook alias name. In the first incident, according to KTV, they arrived at the agreed location. The seller provided the victim a bag and was told the Xbox system was in it. The victim then was getting cash from his pocket when the suspect grabbed the cash from his hand and ran from the scene.
Oh my
This
God.
is if you're going to do one of these Facebook Marketplace transactions, I highly suggest you do it at a police department. There are certain agencies around
Utica Police will
offer up their services, and you say, yep, we'll meet at UPD. This is where we're going to do it. Do not drive off into, quote, their territory. I can only tell you it could be really, really bad. When the buyer was inspecting the bag, it was full of garbage. The man ran off with the cash, and he got a bag of garbage, literally. Well, now police have made an arrest. December 10th, 19-year-old Charles Phillips of Utica was located and arrested and charged with robbery, grand larceny, and petty larceny. So I wonder what happens, though. With that? All right, we've arrested him. Now, because of bail reform, we'll let him go.
Yeah, most definitely. Yeah.
Hi, good morning. You're on the radio.
Hi, yeah, listen, do you think we could slither back over to football as a topic?
Sure,
Tom. Great, thanks.
I'm a slitherer.
I've been fairly sharp on most of the sports, maybe especially football, and for a long time we've been hearing the announcers telling us the ground cannot, a fumble caused by the ground. It can't result in your losing possession. It can't cause a fumble. It's just when you're down.
Right. If you're down, if the ground causes the ball to come out, you're down.
Yeah.
Yes.
So what happened last night with that Giant guy?
I have no idea. I didn't see the game. What happened?
Right. Okay, look.
But Andrew's all about it. He's running in right now.
Ground gainer for the Giants. Their hot shot guy.
I just put my life
he
at
gets
risk
a pass.
I
think one of those turf snakes got up and got him.
Okay.
That Meadowlands is really famous for. So he goes down and kaboom. Now, then the ball kind of squirts out after he's hit the ground. It doesn't start squirting prior.
Hold on 1 second. Hi, WIBX. Hold on. We'll be right with you. Okay. So to back Tom to Andrew, what do you say to this? Andrew?
So again, I did believe that was the rule, that the ground could not cause a fumble, but in this instance it was different because Saquon Barkley was never touched. He did not give himself up on the play, and he was never touched by the defender.
I don't understand that. So why?
Well, if he wasn't touched, he's not
the
down.
play was not dead.
Yeah, you're not down if you're not touched in the. It's different in college football. If you go down in college football, you're down.
Yeah.
In the NFL, if no one touches you and you go down, you can get back up and keep running.
There's the gap in my knowledge.
Yeah, because he could have slid, right? I mean, quarterbacks do it all the time. You give yourself up, you slide.
I know WIPX. Hold on a second. Hold on. Yeah, keep going.
You give yourself up, and a quarterback will do that.
All right,
Tom. But in this instance, that was not the case.
Now that I just had to get that gap in my knowledge plugged because I don't like watching these games and sitting there going, duh. So thank you very much for filling me in on the difference between the college game and the pro game.
There you go.
In that particular aspect.
And Tom, thank you. Have a great day. And I'll say one thing to Tom. When you're getting your football information from me and Andrew,
you're in trouble.
Who's on two?
I have no idea.
Hi, good morning. You're on the radio. Yes, no, maybe.
Nobody.
Hi, good morning. You're on the radio.
Hey, Bill. How's it going?
Good. Who's this?
This is Matt. Sure.
Hi, Matt.
Where's Dave this morning?
Davey was here and got the old.
He's got something that we don't want.
Yeah. He was sick this morning. Pretty sick.
So I have a story about LED light.
Okay. All right.
Let's hear it.
It's got something to do with Dave.
Okay. All right. Perfect.
So Dave is my brother-in-law.
Okay. I did not know that.
When his father passed away, I got a LED light in a box, brand new, one of them long ones.
Yeah.
Shop light.
Yep. Okay, perfect.
I plugged it into my garage, and it's been on for 2+ years. I never shut it off. It's
Nice.
Well over 2 years, running 24 hours a day.
Well, that's incredible.
I wonder
when you think
if
about
there's something to that. If it's the constant on off
Maybe
that
that's
wears
it.
on a bulb.
Maybe that's it. I just replaced two bulbs in my basement. I
figured they don't use any power, so why shut it off? I might as well leave it on.
Maybe that's the thing. Maybe you're
garage.
Maybe you're onto something here.
I think that might be it.
Yeah, and it's kind of like a security light for you in there.
It is.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Interesting.
So,
well, just to let you know, Dave, don't get near Davey today because he's not feeling well.
I've been waiting for Joe Lode to call in.
Yes.
He's supposed to promote our farm for Saturday, and I haven't heard him on the radio yet. Or maybe
why don't you promote it right now?
Well, you're on now. All right.
I'm gonna throw in that plug.
What do you have?
Saturday from 11 to 3 at our little farm. It's just a hobby farm. We do trees, pumpkins,
nice,
firewood, and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And we're having Santa Claus. Everything's free. We got stuff for the kids. Free pictures with digital download. Snacks, hot chocolate,
nice.
Marshmallows.
That's like an old-fashioned Christmas celebration right there.
It is.
Yeah.
And I just wanted to do something.
Yeah, nice.
For everybody, for nothing. It's just free.
Where's the farm?
So we're on 8716. It's Dock Hill Road.
Okay.
In Holland Patton.
Cool.
So,
all right. So and then it's Saturday from what time to what time?
It's Saturday from 11 to 3.
11 to 3. All right, come on out, and that's cool.
You can look me up on Facebook or Instagram. It's Shore Family Farm.
Sure. Okay.
And, yeah.
All right.
And,
pretty cool.
See all the details there.
All right. I got to say, you did you stepped into Joe's shoes pretty well this morning.
Plugged very well.
You did well.
I've been waiting and waiting for him to give you guys a call, and I haven't heard him yet. So
all right, well the promotion is underway right now. So all right, good stuff. Thank you.
Appreciate it.
All right, have a great day.
Thanks,
Thank
guys.
you. All right,
you too.
As we mentioned, let's check this one. I think they didn't wait. Hi, good morning. You're on the radio. Yeah, they didn't wait. Without Davey here, Megan is on her way. She's going to step in, but for right now, we're just randomly answering phone calls. That's the way they did it back in the Marconi days. They would just randomly answer phone calls.
I have a couple quick comments. This was from earlier, John from Bridgewater. Bill, shame on you. Really, Davey, jump up and down. Yeah, I guess he was chastising you for making.
No. That is a thing, and you knew exactly what I was doing.
Yeah, to check for the appendicitis.
If you have a really bad stomach ache and you're wondering, is it serious? They say if you jump up and down and you just curl over, the pain will be unbearable if you have appendicitis. Now, of course, you can die from appendicitis, so you don't want that to burst. So the jumping up and down, if you're in really, really severe pain, then get to the hospital.
Finally, Fred and Clinton, date the base of the bulb. When you install it, you'll probably be disappointed.
No doubt about it. Yeah. And I don't have to because I know exactly when we changed all these light bulbs. So, all right, lots to do next hour. We'll do Dr. Kent Hall. We'll get into a very inspiring story out there about something positive. Hopeka's free money question of the day. It'll be positive if somebody wins. We'll get to all of it coming up next hour.
OMG, how did the holidays sneak up on us again? Not to worry, the old Wicker Mill is here to ease the pressure. We put fun back into holiday shopping with our amazing selection of Vera Bradley, Pandora, Swarovski, Brighton, Beekman, Dr. Squatch, Willow Tree. We have a toy department, a women's clothing department, and so much more. We have something for everyone on your list. Plus, we have a great staff that will help you pick out the perfect gift at the right price for all your family and friends. Don't stress yourself out by shopping online. Is it really going to be what you ordered? Will it get here on time? Come to the old Wicker Mill to experience some old-fashioned holiday shopping with the sights and sounds of Christmas. Plus, you'll get instant gratification by taking it home with you. With so many stores closing and fewer places to shop, we've expanded our store to fill the void. Many of our customers say it's not the holidays without a shopping trip to the old Wicker Mill, and we have plenty of parking right out front, and we're conveniently located at the New Hartford Shopping Center.
Hi, this is Rob Hilton of Hilton Estate and Elder Law with important information for families that have disabled children to protect the child and to ensure your future wishes are met.
So if you have a disabled child, you need to provide them with what's called a special needs trust. This trust allows them to receive an inheritance from you, but also allows them to keep any governmental benefits that they are receiving. It is critically important that if they have an inheritance coming, that they not lose their benefits.
Unmarried couples should be aware of important steps they need to take with their estate planning.
If a partner dies and does not leave a will, the surviving partner will not likely receive any of the assets from the deceased partner. This can create a lot of problems in the future and must be resolved utilizing a will or a trust.
To find out more about strategies to protect your loved ones through proper estate planning, contact us at Hilton Estate and Elder Law. Call for more information and to schedule an in-person meeting to answer your questions.
Hilton, you know the name, they know the law. Hilton Estate and Elder Law.
From the Stanley Theater Studio, WIBX 950 Utica, Rome, W295DI Utica, Rome, your news, talk, and sports leader, a Town Square media station.
I'm Dave Anthony, Fox News. Former President Trump has a 50-point lead over his top Republican 2024 challengers, Nikki Haley and Ron DeSantis, in a new Reuters Ipsos poll out today, despite his 4 looming criminal trials. But as Fox's Kristen Goodwin reports, he's trying to get out of one of them.
The Supreme Court says it will consider on an expedited basis whether to rule on former President Trump's argument that he is immune from prosecution in the federal case alleging he plotted to overturn the 2020 election results. Earlier this month, a U.S. district judge denied a motion from the former president's lawyers to dismiss his indictment on presidential immunity and constitutional grounds.
Well, the special counsel bypassed lower court appeals, asking the Supreme Court to get involved, wanting to avoid a delay to the planned March 4th start of a trial. That Reuters poll is the latest to give the former president a lead over President Biden by 2 points in this one. And today, the House Rules Committee will consider a resolution to formalize an impeachment inquiry. And Judiciary Committee Chair Republican Jim Jordan tells Fox it matters.
We think we'll be able to get additional emails better from the administration. We'll have a better chance of getting them if we have to go to court.
Republicans are trying to link the president to his son's overseas business dealings. Now, the president claims he was not involved. The White House calls this a political smear campaign. Today, President Biden will host Ukraine's president at the White House. Volodymyr Zelensky will also meet with congressional leaders asking for more help from the U.S. in the war against Russia. Zelensky told the National Defense University in Washington Ukraine will not give up.
And you can count on Ukraine, and we hope just as much to be able to count on you.
Now, some Republicans are upset the White House brought Zelensky here again to push for more aid. Senator J.D. Vance tells Fox,
I think it's disgraceful. I think it's grotesque. And I think
Republicans are holding up aid to Israel and Ukraine, demanding more be done to secure the U.S. southern border. America's listening to Fox News.
With the holidays upon us, the increase in traveling, shopping, and connecting online also heightens the need to protect your identity and finances with LifeLock. Identity thieves see this time of year as an opportunity to drain your accounts, open new loans in your name, and damage your financial future. LifeLock detects and alerts you to the threats you might miss on your own. Don't let the busy holiday season catch you off guard. Save up to 25% off your first year with promo code CLAY. LifeLock.com, promo code CLAY.
Hi, this is Scott Trout of Cordell & Cordell. If you're a dad who is facing divorce, there are extra layers of stress that may include stereotypes and assumptions. No two situations are the same. Our legal experience and dedication prepare us for whatever legal challenges we face together. You need a partner you can count on. For more than 30 years, Cordell & Cordell has represented men in divorce.
518-554-0000. 100 Great Oaks Boulevard, Suite 110, Albany, New York, 12203. Online at CordellCordell.com.
Good morning, WIBX 950 News Time, 7:03. I'm Andrew Derminio. Right now we're at 30 degrees under cloudy skies here in Marcy. Your full weather forecast is coming up. The victim of a deadly house explosion in Oneonta over the weekend has been identified. First responders rushed to the scene on Richards Avenue Saturday after getting reports about the blast and a fire that had broken out. They say the body of 60-year-old Desmond Moan was found inside a residence, and multiple homes nearby ended up being damaged. The explosion was caused by human error, and anyone impacted can reach out for help by calling 607-547-5351. The New York State Police have announced the death of a retired trooper from Oneida County. On Saturday, 57-year-old Robert Burney of New Hartford passed away from an illness related to his work at the site of the 9/11 terror attacks in New York City. Burney joined the state police back in 1989 and served for over 25 years before retiring. Calling hours will be tomorrow from 4 p.m. until 7 p.m. at Friedel Williams and Edmonds Funeral Home in New Hartford. Over the last month, Utica police have responded to several robbery and larceny calls originating from the 1100 block of Taylor Ave related to internet sales transactions. Each victim stated they were offered to purchase an Xbox, which was posted on Facebook Marketplace. When the victim arrived at the agreed-upon location, the seller provided a bag and was told the Xbox was in it. The victim then gave cash, and that was grabbed and put into the suspect's pocket, allegedly. Upon inspecting the bag, the victim learned it was full of garbage. Utica police have arrested 19-year-old Charles Phillips of Utica, who was charged with robbery in the second degree, grand larceny in the fourth degree, and petty larceny. Governor Hochul is launching a public awareness effort to ensure New Yorkers earning minimum wage get the raise they deserve come January 1st. The state's minimum wage is set to increase to $15 an hour upstate and $16 an hour in Long Island, Westchester County, and New York City. Workers who don't see a bump in their paychecks can file a complaint with the Department of Labor. Minimum wage in the Empire State will increase each year through 2026 and index to inflation in 2027. WIBX 950 News Time, 7:05. Your weather forecast is according to Eyewitness News Chief Meteorologist Craig Flint, brought to you by Cliff's Local Market. They keep you going.
I'm Eyewitness News Chief Meteorologist Craig Flint in the WIBX Weather Center. Today, partly cloudy, breezy, not as cold, dry during the day. However, some new light snow and snow showers as another cold front approaches in the evening, a high of 40. Tonight, lake snow and snow showers, additional minor accumulation likely, a low of 28. And tomorrow, colder and windy with snow showers and periods of lake snow, high 34. For more on your local forecast, tune to Eyewitness News at 6 on WTR. I'm meteorologist Craig Flint on WIBX 950 and 106.9 FM.
Mostly cloudy skies, 30 degrees. It is 7:06.
Before you start sports, Megan has come in for Davey here this morning. How you doing in there? I see you're going to die of Lysol in there, I swear to God.
It's all right. It's like perfume to me at this point. We all lived through COVID.
We did. You're absolutely right. You got your mask and ready to go.
You are brave, Megan.
You're
Brave.
in the room where Davey was sick, so I think you'll after that spray job I just saw. I think you're going to be fine.
I think you'll be fine in there now.
I probably affected some brain cells. That's how much I sprayed.
Yeah, it might actually be the safest room in the house. So just
now it is.
Be aware. All right, thanks for coming in.
We might need to borrow some of that Lysol.
Here's Andrew with sports.
Which is brought to you by the new destination, Kia of Utica Commercial Drive in Yorkville. The Giants beat the Packers 24-22. The Titans scored 15 points in the last 3 minutes of the fourth quarter to take down the Miami Dolphins 28-27 on Monday Night Football at Hard Rock Stadium. Tough losses for both of the favorites yesterday, but of course I did believe, and you and I talked about this, it was a trap game for Green Bay.
I felt like it was coming, and I kind of felt like Miami was going to go down too.
Yeah.
And they did.
Two Monday night trap games. Unfortunately, we had to suffer through the Troy Aikman, Joe Buck commentating. That's all I have to say. What else do we have for you? Shohei Ohtani. This is a crazy story that keeps developing, and it has a lot of people up in arms. Ohtani is deferring his contract with the Dodgers. New Los Angeles star Shohei Ohtani is deferring most of his record-breaking contract. The Athletic reporting he'll defer $68 million of his annual $70 million salary in an effort to lower the Dodgers' payroll and tax issues. The deferred money would then be paid to Ohtani between 2034 and 2043. The guy's going to be retired, making more than most players in the league. Over the weekend, Ohtani agreed to a 10-year, $700 million deal. The largest U.S. Contract in U.S. sports history. The deferrals were reportedly Ohtani's idea, as he's set to make over $45 million a year through endorsements.
Well, I think that if you're just think about this for a second. $45 million, if you can't live on that, then maybe you got to rethink.
Well, if you look
and by the way, you can't live on that, and for how many months out of the year you're going to be playing baseball and consumed by this game,
right?
Living in hotels and what have you.
Yeah, you're not really spending it.
Could you live on $2 million a year?
I could,
because that's what he's going to make, right? That's what he's going to make.
Yeah.
But then he's got his $45 million in endorsements, so he's doing just fine.
I'd love to be his agent.
And let me tell you something. When he came to Citi Field, the place was jam-packed. Asians everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
They love him, and they come out wherever he goes.
Yes,
it's a boon for the visiting team. It's really something.
But one thing this does bring up, and Chris Russo was talking about this yesterday on his show, Mad Dog Russo.
Yeah.
There needs to be a salary cap in baseball, because it's going to get to a point where nobody's going to be able to afford to go to these games. I mean, baseball's already struggling as it is.
Well, and think about the negative of this whole thing too, and that is by him foregoing this money, it allows the Dodgers to stock
buy
up
a lot
and
of
buy up more
Well-
and be the dominating team. And you know what? That's what the Yankees are trying to do.
Well, guess
It's
what?
what the Mets tried to do last year. And by the way, I would say to all of them, beware, look at what happened to the Mets.
I was just going to say, the Yankees have been doing it for years,
Yep.
and it doesn't
Yep.
always play out.
All right, anything else you have?
No.
You know, when someone gets sick and
I can smell the Lysol through the wall.
I can too. It's emanating through the wall. Here's Jack in Rome. What I'm saying is it spreads.
Yeah.
Hi, Jack. Good morning.
Well, good morning, you guys, and my heart goes out for Davey.
Well, it's not that he's not
he's
dying. He's
terminal.
just
No,
not feeling well.
I'm
yeah.
sick.
You're what?
I was sitting next to him at the party Saturday.
Oh my God!
And I asked him to hand me a slice of pizza, and he picked it up with his hands, and I realized the next morning I wasn't feeling good.
Oh no!
What are you dealing with, Jack?
Is it a stomach thing?
Yeah.
Oh boy! So just for those who don't know, this was Stefan's birthday party. It seems to be the super spreader. That was a super spreader. How many people?
Talking to him and stuff.
How many people were at the party, Jack? How many people?
Well, there was a lot of people there for something else, but
okay.
Stefan had his regular crew from 5 years ago.
Wow! Good for him. So he's got.
Stefan has an entourage.
So he's got all the people out there at the party, and you and Davey are both now sick. Boy.
Yeah.
Have you had a COVID test as of yet?
I don't get the COVID test.
You don't do it.
I usually when I'm sick, it's just a regular virus.
Yeah.
I'm
they're-
a pretty healthy person.
And the reality is, if you have COVID and you're not going to be going out and you're sick, you don't want to take your flu or whatever it is that you have to give it to anybody. You stay home. So does it really matter anymore whether it's COVID or it's Coxsackie disease? I don't know. It doesn't really matter anymore.
Well, the funny thing was, one time during last Christmas, I was in the emergency room for some other deal, and then about the Saturday or whatever day it was for Christmas Eve, I got sick, so I went into the hospital. Well, I remember the girl that was across from me at the first visit. She was hacking and coughing and sneezing in the waiting room.
Okay.
So I says, I'm wondering if I caught it from that. So the doctor checked me and he says, are you going to get a COVID shot? I says, no, I'm not going to get a COVID shot.
Yeah.
I says, why would I want to take the worst of all evil?
Well, I know there are a lot of people that I'm not a believer that the COVID shot is killing people or is bad.
Right.
I've had them all, and look at me. I'm a vision. I'm a vision of health. Yeah,
it's like that Morgan Freeman. Has anyone told you have a picture of hell?
I have heard the COVID shot makes you shorter and heavier, and you lose your hair. That's what I'm hearing, Jack. That's just what I'm hearing. So.
Well, don't feel bad.
All right. Well, here's the big question.
I wish Davey well and hope he gets better.
Here's the big question. Did you give the sickness to Davey, or did Davey give it to you?
He handed the food to me. I never touched him.
Okay. All right.
I think maybe once we did during the thing, shaking hands, hey, good to see you again,
Well, that would be enough.
You're doing away with shaking hands, I guess.
That would be enough. You know that Davey has a nervous habit. Every time he shakes someone's hands, he sucks on his fingers. It's a nervous habit. Some people have it. That's not true.
Really, Bill?
That's not true.
Oh, jeez.
But that's how it's caught, right? So you shake somebody's hand. I'm a nut about that. And you touch your eye.
And stuff after
you touch your eye. You touch your face or something, and all of a sudden, you've spread it right to yourself. So it's possible. So the only thing I would tell you is, if we're the jury here, okay, we're the people's court. And so when did you get sick? Sunday morning?
Somewhere right around that early in the morning.
Davey,
Sunday morning, 'cause I had woke up.
Davey was fine yesterday.
Yeah.
So that would lead one to believe that you had it first. The handshake is what caused it, and Davey is just this morning getting sick.
Or the reverse transmission from the pizza. Davey hands the pizza, the germs go from Jack to pizza to Davey in that quick instant.
I don't know how that could happen. Yeah,
saying
it's weird, but I wish him all the best, and I hope he makes a speedy recovery.
All right. Well, listen. Good luck, Jack. Good luck. Hope you feel better.
Guys, have a good one.
Thank you so much.
To you later.
What you're talking about is the same type of thing, and Megan, you might have heard of this. This could happen to men or women, and it's in the deep jungles of Africa, where people, and I don't want to get disgusting here, but when they urinate. The bug, if you will, that is microscopic. Parasite actually swims up stream like a salmon.
Oh, my God.
And that's how you catch it.
Yuck.
Yeah. And every time I go into a disgusting roadside bathroom, I think about that.
Oh, good. I'm glad.
Which is why I only pee outdoors.
Which is even worse. That could be
worse. Could be worse. Could be worse. You just don't know. You just don't know.
Do you want a couple quick comments?
Quickies,
here?
And I got a break. We'll talk to the real stuff about all of this with Dr. Hall coming up.
The
in a
real
second.
expert. This is from Ease in Ilion. I really think someone needs to interview employees that work at Wynn Hospital, because all the things that people have been talking about are actually true. The roof still leaks. The ventilation system is not working 100% correct.
All right, save that comment for Dr. Hall.
Okay, and here is John in Bridgewater. Hey, Bill, thanks. I did not know that. Now I'm going down on the assembly floor and have all the beautiful ladies stand up and jump up and down and test for appendicitis.
That's a great idea, John. You just go right down the line. So I'm testing
You have
for
appendicitis?
Appendicitis. That's what I'm testing for. All right, got a break. Hold on. We'll come right back. 7:16 at WIBX.
As a leader in green building projects, Potentia has completed hundreds of large sustainable commercial projects across New York State and is now a clean heat approved contractor for residential electric heat pumps. Save up to 40% off your natural gas or oil heating system monthly bill by upgrading to an electric heat pump. Now's a great time to replace that old furnace and boiler with New York State incentives and tax advantages. It's as easy as 1, 2, 3 with a turnkey electric heat pump with various packages and options available. Potentia can also help design, supply, and install residential and commercial electric vehicle charging systems at your home or business. From permitting and design through the complete installation, they guarantee your satisfaction with all their products and workmanship. Visit Potentia at 4685 Middle Settlement Road, New Hartford. Give them a call at 315-765-6184 or potentiamanagement.com. That's potentiamanagement.com.
OMG, how did the holidays sneak up on us again? Not to worry, the old Wicker Mill is here to ease the pressure. We put fun back into holiday shopping with our amazing selection of Vera Bradley, Pandora, Swarovski, Brighton, Beekman, Dr. Squatch, Willow Tree. We have a toy department, a women's clothing department, and so much more. We have something for everyone on your list. Plus, we have a great staff that will help you pick out the perfect gift at the right price for all your family and friends. Don't stress yourself out by shopping online. Is it really going to be what you ordered? Will it get here on time? Come to the old Wicker Mill to experience some old-fashioned holiday shopping with the sights and sounds of Christmas. Plus, you'll get instant gratification by taking it home with you. With so many stores closing and fewer places to shop, we've expanded our store to fill the void. Many of our customers say it's not the holidays without a shopping trip to the old Wicker Mill, and we have plenty of parking right out front, and we're conveniently located at the New Hartford Shopping Center.
The Community Foundation of Herkimer and Oneida Counties is your community foundation. Together, we've invested $125 million in the community, thanks to people, families, and businesses that want to give back and build a brighter future. And you don't have to have big bucks to make a big difference. Join us as we invest in the future of our community. Learn more about your community foundation at foundationhoc.org.
Need new tires for winter? Then visit Tolman's Tire and Auto Repair today. Now through December 14th, save up to $70 instantly when you buy a set of 4 eligible Bridgestone, Blizzak, or Firestone Winter Force tires. Save up to $100 instantly when you use your CFNA credit card. Tolman's Tire and Auto Repair located in South Utica, Yorkville, Rome, Herkimer, and downtown Utica. And online at tolmanstire.com. Offer valid November 15th to December 14th, 2023. Cannot be combined with other offers. See store for details, subject to credit approval.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack. Sure, you can post your job to some job board, but then all you can do is hope the right person comes along, which is why you should try ZipRecruiter for free at ziprecruiter.com/free. ZipRecruiter doesn't depend on candidates finding you. Its powerful technology identifies people with the right experience and actively invites them to apply to your job. You get qualified candidates fast. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you what you're looking for. The needle in the haystack.
4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate through the site within the first day. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free. Just go to this exclusive web address, ziprecruiter.com/free. That's ziprecruiter.com/free. ZipRecruiter.com/free.
The church gives us a peace the world cannot give. Letting go of bitterness and resentment can help us find inner peace. The sacrament of reconciliation and the grace the sacrament provides may help us to forgive ourselves, forgive others, and enjoy a peace we may not have known for years. What a gift! On December 18th, Catholic churches throughout the diocese will be open for the sacrament of reconciliation. The light is on for you. Come home for Christmas and celebrate the joy of the Eucharist.
Need new tires for winter? Then visit Tolman's Tire and Auto Repair today. Now through December 14th, save up to $70 instantly when you buy a set of 4 eligible Bridgestone, Blizzak, or Firestone Winter Force tires. Save up to $100 instantly when you use your CFNA credit card. Tolman's Tire and Auto Repair located in South Utica, Yorkville, Rome, Herkimer, and downtown Utica. And online at tolmanstire.com. Offer valid November 15th to December 14th, 2023. Cannot be combined with other offers. See store for details, subject to credit approval.
Hey, let's talk about back pain, neck pain, shoulder pain, any pain that you might have. You do not have to live with the pain. We're talking about Dr. Hyder in the Omni Surgery Center. And they have a website. Go to the website, which you can call, certainly. There's a number on the website. But the website explains a great deal. It's killpain.com. And it says it all. Killpain.com. You don't have to live with a debilitating pain. Imagine what it's like for people not able to get into a comfortable position where they can get rid of that pain. It prevents sleep. It destroys the appetite, your mobility, etc., etc. It just can cause havoc on your life. And Dr. Hyder can help. Reach out today at the Omni Surgery Center by calling 315-765-8448 or by visiting their website, killpain.com. It might be a non-invasive procedure. It also could be a less invasive surgical procedure. It's where modern technology meets cutting-edge surgery. The Omni Surgery Center. Dr. Hyder, call 315-765-8448.
WIBX 950 and 106.9 FM. This is Keeler.
I want to tell you also, presenting our 2023 Christmas Extravaganza program. It happens next Friday, a week from this Friday, and it's from 6 a.m. until 12 noon. Everything, bands and music and local people, musicians, etc., 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 all happening here from 6 a.m. until 12 noon. It's our annual program. And it's sponsored by the historic Stanley Theater. Get tickets for Tony Danza coming to the Stanley on April 6th. And sponsored by It's a Utica Thing Kitchen and Bar, located in the Big Lots Plaza in North Utica. Lunch and dinner, Tuesday through Sunday. Yes, they serve lunch now with great Italian food, pizza, and so much more. Plus 2 for Tuesdays. 2 for Tuesday pizzas are back with full-size pizzas. Happy hour every afternoon with live music on the weekends and your favorite game on TV for the holidays. Think about catering from It's a Utica Thing Kitchen and Bar. They'll cater your holiday party. The Keeler Christmas Extravaganza, Friday, December 22nd from 6 until noon. And you can listen on the WIBX app, WIBX 950 or 106.9 FM. And you can watch and listen live in high definition on YouTube.
Yes, very excited.
YouTube.
Very excited. I missed the last two. The last two I was only as a guest.
That's right. You were in, you were out, and you were on your way.
That's right.
That will not be the way this year.
No way.
It lasts forever. On the line right now from MVHS, Wynn Hospital, Dr. Kent Hall. Doc, good morning.
Good morning. How you doing this morning?
Good.
We're still depressed over your news, Doc, unfortunately.
Your news of retirement in January. So, but congratulations on that, certainly. So, if we could, let's talk about the. Actually, we sent Davey home this morning. The sicknesses that seem to be going around right now do seem to be elevating just a bit.
Yeah, they are. So this is, and it's not a single disease. It's really just respiratory diseases in general. And it's not too surprising for a couple of reasons. Number one, just the fact that we're, into winter now, or I guess technically we'll be into winter in another 9 days. But the reality is with the cold weather, people going inside, that is a way that, we increase the spread of respiratory diseases. The other is the holidays. I mean, people are getting together. They're getting together for, they got together for Thanksgiving. Certainly Hanukkah is going on now, Christmas in a couple weeks, 3 weeks. So as people get together and they're mingling with people that they don't normally mingle with, that are outside of their usual bubble, then they're going to be exposed to more things. So that's just the nature of the beast. And the best thing we can do, the best thing that everybody can do for themselves as well as for the people that they come in contact with, their friends, their loved ones, is really just to be very careful. If you're not feeling well, if you're again, I say this, not infrequently, that, back in 2018 and 2019, if we had a cold or even the flu or something, we'd still go to work and we'd still basically act normally. I think we're in a different world right now, and my recommendation would be that, even if you're having mild symptoms, probably better to stay home for a few days and not be interacting with people because you don't want to get them sick.
Yeah. Well, it's and you're still hearing stories about COVID still being around, and while it always kind of ends with somebody saying, "But you know what? You don't get as sick as you used to. You don't end up in the hospital anymore. You don't die." Well, there was a story we just heard recently where, call it a super spreader, call it what you want, but several people at a local private party ended up getting COVID. Several, like the majority of the people that went to the party. And that of that party of maybe 150 people, one person just passed away. So it still does happen. Not as frequently as what we dealt with before, but it still does happen.
Yeah, you're absolutely right there. So I will tell you that as of yesterday, we had 24 patients at the Wynn Hospital that were here with COVID. So that's an increase from what we've had in the recent past, and it was not entirely unexpected because being sick enough to be hospitalized and unfortunately sick enough to actually succumb to it, those are what we call lagging indicators. They happen later, and so what we're probably seeing is the effect of people getting together for Thanksgiving. The other reality is that while the latest variants do not cause as severe disease as the initial, as Alpha or Delta, they still cause disease, and for those that are susceptible, they can cause serious disease leading to hospitalization and unfortunately death. They are so much more infectious; they're more easily spread. That more people will get infected, but because of vaccinations, because of prior illness, there is some degree of immunity out there, and so again, they tend to be less. But you cannot guarantee that someone, especially the vulnerable, are going to just ride this through. Have
a personal question? Have you had the latest COVID shot?
Yes. Yes, I have.
I haven't gotten it yet. And what's your recommendation? Obviously, if you've taken it, you feel people should get it.
I do.
I've noticed, by the way, I've noticed, by the way, you're still alive since you took that shot.
Yeah. So yes, I am. I would say that there are people who have reactions to it, and the reactions vary from relatively minor. For me, I'm lucky, I guess, in that regard. I get a little bit of, swelling and pain at the injection site and maybe a little bits of muscle aches, but nothing really dramatic. But there are people that do have, more significant symptoms, whether it's low-grade fever, a little bit of a headache, things like that, which is usually taken care of either with Tylenol or with ibuprofen.
Yeah. Okay.
It's really only the people that get very severe true allergic reactions, difficulty breathing, stuff like that really should avoid the vaccination.
All right. We have several comments, questions here this morning. I'm going to start with Tom in Yorkville, who's on the phone line right now. Tom, you're on with Dr. Kent Hall. Good morning.
Yeah, Doc, I need a appointment for a colonoscopy, and I can't find one in this area. Any ideas?
So the gastroenterology group in this area is what we call DDM. They are taking new patients. There is a little bit of a wait because they have a little bit of a backlog, but my recommendation is that if you have a referral from your primary care doctor, you can usually get in a relatively short period of time.
And where is DDM?
They are in the business park on Burstone.
Tom, are you?
I called them, and they're not accepting new patients.
Well, you have to have a doctor's referral for that, I believe. But Tom, are you having symptoms? Is that why you feel you need the colonoscopy?
No, I've had my doctor. He's leaving his current place, and
yeah.
He canceled once or twice, so I'm like behind it on the time frame here.
Yeah.
I have no symptoms.
Well, it's a good idea
to.
What do you, Dr. Hall? What do you think of? Oh, you've had symptoms before.
Not symptoms. I've had colonoscopy before.
Okay. You're behind. Have you ever had cancer before?
No.
Doc, what do you think about the what do they call it? The thing in a box there.
The Cologuard. Yeah. That is an alternative to having colonoscopies. Again, it is something that you should really be seeing your primary care physician about.
Yeah.
I have an appointment today for that.
Good for you. That's good.
That's excellent.
Well, Tom, real men get tested for cancer. That's the deal.
Indeed. And I have left a message on your website.
All right.
My problem.
Okay. All right. Well, listen, I would not to choose anybody, but I'm always talking about Dr. Chmielewski as well at the Falcon Clinic. They're always accepting new patients right now. So
that's where I'm going today.
That's where you're going today. All right. Well, you'll enjoy your time with Dr. Chmielewski.
All right. Thank you.
Thanks so much, Tom. What else? I have Tom in Utica. Hi, Tom. You're on with Dr. Hall.
Yeah, there's another option out at Oneida Healthcare. I had a colonoscopy out there this summer.
Okay. All right, Tom. Thank you.
At the Oneida Hospital. So.
All right.
Just a second chance.
All right. Thank you, Tom.
Bye-bye.
Andrew, what do you have?
This is a comment from Ease in Ilion. Dr. Hall, bear with me. It's somewhat of a long comment, and then I'll let you respond. Ease writes, I really think someone needs to interview employees that work at the Wynn Hospital because all the things people have been talking about are actually true. The roof still leaks. The ventilation system is still not working 100% correctly, and the traffic patterns are extreme. You can't get through emergency rooms. In the maternity ward, you have to use elevators because construction workers are in the stairwells. Dr. Hall is one of the leaders there and was a huge bonus. There was a huge bonus paid to the president of the hospital to open up on time.
You're going all in here, Andrew.
Not me.
Okay.
Not me. I mean, I'm just reading
Doc,
the
do you want to
comments.
comment on any of those?
Yeah. So these are just rumors that kind of keep going. There is no leaking in the roof. The ventilation system was the issue that we had with the ORs when we first opened. That was repaired within a week, and the ventilation system works perfectly fine. The stairwells are indeed closed. That's actually a safety. We actually did that purposely. We did that for safety. It's not because construction workers are hanging out there. You can, if you get into one of the stairwells, the only exit is down on the first floor. Obviously, if there was a fire or anything, then they automatically open because that's the way that people get out.
Right.
So that's, there was no bonus paid for moving in on time. That's another.
So that is not. So that is an issue that is not, because I've heard that too. That you're saying that is not true.
That is not true.
Right.
Correct.
Because you understand what people say. Well,
she just pushed it forward.
They pushed it forward. They weren't ready to go. They didn't. The reality is, though, and you correct me if I'm wrong. The state played a big role in the opening. Am I correct with that?
Yeah. So so a few things. Number one, the planning for the Wynn. If you remember, when it was first when it was first announced that we were going to have it, the thought was that we would be opening in 22. And that got pushed back to 23 because of, not uncommon construction delays early on, especially around infrastructure and things like that. Once we were set, then we knew that we would be able to do it in 23 and in late 23 because all of the construction was on time. We were in constant contact with the New York State Department of Health. They actually were out here visiting on almost a weekly basis, looking at how the construction was going, et cetera. When we discovered the issue with the ventilation system in the ORs that was not working the way that we anticipated that it would, we were in contact with the DOH, who said, well, we think that you should open. They said, we think you should open anyway, and we can just hold off on the ORs, which is what we did.
Right.
And again, a week later, the ORs were up and functioning. So, this was well thought out. It was well cadenced. Are there still things that are being worked on? Certainly not as many as there were on October 30th and October 31st. But that is really because it's a new building. And, if anybody's built a new house or whatever, you always know that there's what's called a punch list. There are things that, little things that need to be done, little things in the walls from moving in, et cetera, that need to be taken care of. And that's what has been done. The punch list gets smaller and smaller and smaller, and the bigger the building, obviously, the longer the punch list is. So, we're on track to really have everything done, without any problems.
Wayne, I'm going to reform Wayne's question here just a little bit. But would you say you're better off in the new hospital as opposed to being over at St. E's or at St. Luke's?
So, yes, and that goes to, number one, the fact that the new hospital is built with all private rooms as opposed to rooms that you share. They're also much larger. They're much more comfortable. So that is, just kind of personal comfort.
Yeah.
The reality is also there's new technology. We have lots of new technology within this building. The way that the nurses communicate and the way that they monitor their patients is different and much easier for them. The new equipment in the operating rooms and the cardiac catheterization labs and things like that makes it much better. We also have new computer systems in the lab and stuff. So yes, we are certainly more capable than the legacy hospitals were. And as we get more and more, as we go down the path, we're in week 6 now. As we go down the path, and everybody gets that much more comfortable with the new technology and with the imageography, we're doing real well.
One more, and we'll let you go. Kurt is in Utica with a question comment. Hi, Kurt. You're on with Dr. Kent Hall from Wynn Hospital. Hi, Kurt. Yes, no, maybe.
Kurt, you there?
How are you doing today? Good morning, gentlemen. How are you doing today?
Good. We cannot hear you, Kurt.
Yes, sir. Can you hear me?
I got you now. Go ahead.
You're on.
You're on with Dr. Hall. Okay, you got to turn your radio down because we're on delay, man. So that means you'll hear everything 5 seconds later. Can you hear me?
How about now?
Perfect. Okay, go ahead.
Okay. Dr. Hall, sorry to hear that you're retiring, but sir, I must say that throughout COVID and everything that the Valley has been through, you've been very precise with your information. Very informative to the community, and we're losing a great asset in you. And I like to say that the hospital has been very well. My wife had a very great experience. The people were very courteous as she walked in. She was able to get in and out with no problem. And I think that in the community, people are just not used to change. But this type of change is a good change. And if they just give it time, they'll see that the hospital is very beneficial. And I have to say it's a very beautiful facility, and everything that was put in place looks very well. So I have nothing but positive vibes about the hospital, and I believe it's going to do well. So Kurt, I just want to say that to you, gentlemen. And you're doing what you're doing, man. You're an awesome radio host. Let me tell you.
All right, Kurt, thank you so much. You have a great day. Thank you. All right. Well, it's a funny thing, Doc, that for the most part, people with positive things to say aren't the ones that usually do the talking. Usually it's somebody that has heard something negative, so it's always nice, I would assume, to hear something positive. And somewhere along the line, there, I got him back. Doc, you're there. Yep.
Yeah, I would say, Kurt, if you're still listening, thank you for the kind words, and I'm glad that you and your wife both had a good experience, and I hope that your wife is doing well. it is unfortunately, not uncommon. I can't remember who said it. Was it Mark Twain or someone said, bad news travels halfway around the world before good news gets its pants on, or something like that.
Yeah.
And that when negative things are said, they spread like wildfire, and the positive things, tend not to do that, unfortunately. But I think that there are many, many, many more people who are having positive experiences and positive results from the Wynn Hospital and the Mohawk Valley Health System. So I would encourage you, if you need to be seen, if you have a significant health problem and you need to be seen, whether it's in the emergency department or whether you need to be admitted to the hospital, you should feel very comfortable coming to the Wynn Hospital. We are able to take care of you. Not just the building, but the people. It's really much more important that it's the people.
Dr. Hall, as always, thank you. We'll talk again next week.
Yes, thanks, everybody. Have a great day, and please be safe.
Yep, thank you so much. All right, I got a break. Let's do Hobica's free money question of the day. We'll look for caller number 3 right now, 315-736-0186. Third caller, chance for you to win $100 from Hobica and WIBX.
Now through 9 p.m. Friday, stock up for the holidays and save big during the case sale at Bremer's Wine and Liquor. Mix and match your own case of wine and save an unbelievable 20%. That's right. Choose any wine, create your perfect case, and get a 20% discount. Save on any 12 750 milliliter bottles of wine. Save on any 6 1.5 liter bottles of wine. If you drink it, if you love it, you can save 20% on it now during Bremer's case sale. Plus, you can save throughout the store with everyday low pricing on our boxed wine. And we've made shopping easy and convenient. Place your order online at bremerswineandliquor.com or save $5 on your first order with our mobile app. Request delivery and we'll bring your order right to your home. Or choose in-store pickup, and when you get to Bremer's, we'll bring your order right out to your car. If you love it, we've got it. Make your own case and save 20%. But it all ends at 9 p.m. Friday. Stop in and save at Bremer's Wine and Liquor on Commercial Drive in New Hartford.
Hi, this is Rob Hilton of Hilton Estate and Elder Law with important information for young families. If you have young children, you face unique challenges that must be addressed when considering your estate planning.
Well, they, of course, have issues related to who will take care of and raise their children when they die. In addition, they have to have concerns about how the assets are maintained and managed after their death. They need to utilize trusts, and of course, they need to have life insurance to protect their children for future costs.
Blended families face unique circumstances and legal issues that must be considered with their estate planning.
How do we make sure that all of the children from both families receive some sort of inheritance? Oftentimes, we'll use very special techniques in our wills, or we'll use IRAs or life insurance to make sure they receive an inheritance. They are all very special challenges.
To find out more about strategies to protect your loved ones through proper estate planning, contact us at Hilton Estate and Elder Law. Call for more information and to schedule an in-person meeting to answer your questions.
Warner Sales and Service, building relationships, building trust.
Are you thinking about a new job? Warner Sales and Service is looking for a mechanic, someone with mechanical abilities interested in working on small engines, new equipment setup, and some basic diesel and hydraulic repairs. You'd be working on the complete line of Bobcat construction equipment and Hustler turf equipment. 1 to 2 years experience or training in engine mechanics is required. Applicants need to have strong diagnostic abilities. Qualified candidates should also be able to follow troubleshooting procedure and service manual instructions. Does this sound like you? Visit the Warner offices for an application. They're just off Route 365 between Rome and Verona. Online at warnerss.com. That's warnerss.com.
Warner's, where quality still counts. At Warner's.
Looking for the perfect gift for the theater and music lover on your list? Give the gift of world-class opera and musical theater with a Glimmerglass Festival gift card. The 2024 Glimmerglass Festival includes productions of The Pirates of Penzance, Pagliacci, La Callisto, and Elizabeth Cree. And with a Glimmerglass Festival gift card, they can pick the shows of their choice. Gift cards available online at glimmerglass.org or by calling the box office. Tickets for individual shows on sale January 22nd. Give music and magic with a Glimmerglass gift card. Happy holidays from the Glimmerglass Festival.
Need new tires for winter? Then visit Tolman's Tire and Auto Repair today. Now through December 14th, save up to $70 instantly when you buy a set of 4 eligible Bridgestone, Blizzak, or Firestone Winter Force tires. Save up to $100 instantly when you use your CFNA credit card. Tolman's Tire and Auto Repair located in South Utica, Yorkville, Rome, Herkimer, and downtown Utica. And online at tolmanstire.com. Offer valid November 15th to December 14th, 2023. Cannot be combined with other offers. See store for details, subject to credit approval.
Hey, New York Sash is known for high-quality products with high energy savings. We know it. Our family does. But once a year, they go above and beyond with window discounts. And we're talking about buy 2, get 1 free. Buy 2 New York Sash windows, get 1 free. The sale is going early this year. It's going on right now. For every 2 New York Sash windows you purchase, you'll get a third absolutely free. And there's no limit. Buy 4, get 2 free, etc. And New York Sash has the highest quality windows you'll find in upstate New York, made specifically for our weather. Your energy bills will seriously drop as well. They have top-notch installation backed by a lifetime warranty. If you've been putting off your window project, now is the time to get it going. Stop into New York Sash in the showroom to check out their windows for yourself. 349 Risketti Boulevard, Whitesboro, or visit NewYorkSash.com to take advantage of buy 2 New York Sash windows, get 1 New York Sash window free. The sale is going on right now.
WIBX 950 and 106.9 FM. This is Keeler.
All righty then. John is in Utica. Hey, John, good morning.
Morning.
You ready to go, John?
I hope so.
Totally doable question. It's worth $100 from Hobica. Here is your question. 7 seconds to answer. The Herkimer Diamond is estimated to be how many years old? Ready, go.
1,000.
More. Well, I'm not supposed to do that, am I? Darn it. Just trying to help him. It's actually 500 million years old. 500 million years old. The Herkimer Diamond. Yeah, you're close. You're close. That's pretty close. We're going to give you the Utica All-in-One Food and Fun card. It's a $25 gift card to Aquavino Babe 72. Taylor and the Cook and any of the concession stands at Nexus or the Adirondack Bank Center. You buy a $20 gift card, get $5 free. Megan, we get the address on this, and we'll mail it to him, okay? So stand by, John. Thank you, man.
All right, thanks.
All right, thank you.
You're never a loser. On
You
First
never
News
lose.
with Keeler in the morning.
No. We sometimes are losers.
we are, yeah. I said we.
Described that way, anyway.
Yeah.
All right, in studio right now, we have, let's see, did I lose part of it? I guess I did. Oh, it's. I guess you're going to have to. I had it all written down, and now I don't have your names. Are you Leslie?
I'm Leslie.
Hi,
yes.
Leslie.
Hi,
How
Leslie
are you?
Nicolette, Rescue
I got
Mission.
it now. Good morning. I'm
Good
so
morning.
sorry.
That's okay.
And then also we have here Abdul Boheed. That is the correct way to pronounce it.
Thank you for having us.
All right, let's talk about your holiday program. I want to start with you, Leslie. First of all, what does the mission do? What does the rescue mission accomplish?
We do so much. It's very hard to put it into words, but we are just here in the city of Utica. We've been here since 1890, serving the city and the whole Mohawk Valley, and we just strive to help those overcoming drug and alcohol abuse. We have a representative payee program. We have a men's 3-quarter house. We have a community food program. So we just are here to serve those that need some extra help in our area.
You think the need is, I don't want to say stronger than ever, but pretty strong right now?
It definitely is. It definitely is. We have seen about a 30% increase in our feeding programs this year alone. So there's been a drastic increase for sure.
Abdul, if you could, we have a program right now where you can adopt someone at the mission and provide them with holiday gifts and that sort of thing. And we'll explain how you can get to all of that coming up in just a second. But Abdul, your story, you have a very interesting story. Can you talk about your story?
I'd love to, Bill. First, I'd like to thank you for having me, letting me share my story. I was living in darkness. When I say darkness, homelessness, in and out of jail, in and out of prison. I'm a 2-time convicted felon, college educated. Homelessness does not discriminate. Addiction, mental health, whatever it may be, the way I put it is, when you drive down the street and you look at a house and you look at the door, there's always something going on behind that door.
Yeah.
And how many of us know people that have addiction, mental health issues? I heard you talk to Leslie in regards to homelessness being an issue. When I was out there, I was invisible. My friends and I, we were just invisible. But now it's at the forefront, which I'm so happy about, because it brings light to the crisis that is out there, not just in our area, but all throughout the state.
When you mentioned that you were college educated, a lot of times we'll say, yeah, he came from a good family. He came from it almost sounds very elitist. Like I'm assuming all families have goodness in them, and but the thing that I think we automatically think is, if you're out on the street, that you came from poverty, you came from no opportunity whatsoever, and it doesn't sound like that's your story.
Absolutely not. Again, I'll reiterate, homelessness does not discriminate, Bill.
Yeah.
It does not. It took me a very long time to realize that I needed help. The help was out there. I just didn't accept it. I didn't want it, because I just wanted to do what I wanted to do.
What was it for you? Was it drugs?
It was crack. It was crack cocaine. I was abused as a child, so there's mental health in there, trauma. So I'll just give you a little brief history.
Another thing that, by the way, child abuse that does not discriminate, right?
No, absolutely not. And in my family, my father being from Afghanistan and my mother being from Austria, was never talked about. I was telling Leslie, and I was telling Amanda, Amanda, I apologize, in regards to my story. I got introduced to cocaine when I was in college. I went to the university, I went to Mankato State University, which was in Minnesota. And as well as I do, it's just all exams and stuff like that.
Yeah,
Somebody says, hey, take a bump. And that was it for me. I was a functioning addict. I was married, 2 beautiful children. But because of my addiction, because of me doing what I wanted to do, that was my collateral damage that I caused, And today, I'll go back. My last time I used was 14 years ago. I did 10 years. I did my first stint was 5 years. My second stint was 10 years. When I was in Elmira Correctional Facility for 4 years, a maximum security prison. We've all done it. Who do we cry out to, in our lowest point? For me, it was God. The seed was planted a long time ago for me in my early recovery when I was at the rescue mission. I was a born and raised Muslim, and here I was in early recovery, and I was listening and watching, and I says, what, if I become a Christian, it'll just stop. Guess what? God doesn't work like that.
Yeah.
It's when God opens that door, it's up to me to walk through it.
Mm-hmm.
And it took me 25 years to realize that. I was like the Israelites when they were 40 years just wandering, and that was me, 20 years just wandering aimlessly.
Where did you come from, by the way? Or not from here, right?
No, Nyack, New York,
Okay,
down by the
all right.
city.
Yeah.
And I have to say this, I have true remorse for the people that I hurt, whether it be family, friends, my mother and my father. I do have true remorse for what I did, and God forgave me for that. So when I got out of prison this time, I had gone to the mission. I had no place else to go. When I walked into the shelter, I was 13B 2328. That's my DIN number. And that's what I was known at for 10 years. Just the compassion, the empathy, the love that I experienced at the shelter. And I've been to the shelter numerous times.
Yeah.
Numerous times I've been there. And because of my stupidity, whatever it was, I was asked to leave, But you know what? They always took me back, I'd come into the door and they said, come on back. I'd like to talk about the shelter, if I may.
Yeah, if you could get a little, I know, just
absolutely
lean into that mic just a little bit. You now work for the rescue mission.
Correct. The rescue mission is definitely a place of second chances.
And you've used your experience, as torturous as it seems that it was, to yourself and to your family and friends. You've used that as that knowledge to be able to help other people.
It is. Anything that walks through the door I can relate to.
Yeah.
The mission had given me not just myself. I have other staff members that came through the shelter, came through whatever program at the mission that currently work there. And I was talking this morning, I go to work with a smile on my face, but I'm just mentally drained when I come home. So when a person comes in, a homeless person comes in, their wall is 3 feet thick, 10 feet high. It's about chipping away at that wall.
Yeah.
Okay. And I'm not going to do it without the client in front of me, because I want the client to have input on where we're going to go. So if you can picture a house with a ladder, top rung of the ladder being apartment, treatment, nursing home, assisted living, whatever.
Yeah.
When a person comes in there at the bottom run, and what we do is we work on each step to get to that top run. You know, Wendy Getz and Ernie Tellerico. Wendy had called me in January of this year, and she says, "Hey, Abdul, can you get me the numbers for how many people we housed for last year?"
Yeah.
And I says, "Absolutely, Wendy, because I track everything." And it was 186 clients last year that we have. One is a miracle.
Right,
But 180 something. I mean, that's astonishing. And the same thing this year. She came to me in September and she asked me, "Can you get me the numbers?" And it was from January to September. We were at 144. You know, and I say that for a reason, okay? Because these are people that are being housed, not people that are going into treatment or going into a nursing home. They're being housed. I wouldn't be able to do what I do without the other community, without the other agencies that are in the community.
Yeah.
I give a big shout out to the county. The county and the shelter, we work hand in hand, you know. And our campus is huge. Leslie talked a little about it, you know. And the best thing about it is we have emergency shelter, we have halfway house, three-quarter house, parolee house, we have ASC, we have enriched living center. And the best thing is we can just pick up the phone and we can talk to the directors. Hey, listen, we got this guy that wants to continue his journey in recovery, Dave Nicolette, and can you help us out?
Yeah.
Send him right over, you know. But the most important thing I think that happened within the year was the drop-in center. The reason I say that, and I thank the city for that, because the city and county played a real big role in that, is people can just come off the street. You know, men and women can just come off the street and get the services that are in place. And I give a big shout out to Renee Jewett. She had set up, it's amazing what she has there. You know, she has agencies come in on certain days, and it's a one-stop shop, you know, which has taken a lot off of my plate, you know, in regards to that.
Yeah.
So
the need is out there. Probably, you know, now we're going into the winter months. We're going into the holidays. There's a program we're working on right now where you can adopt a person at the rescue mission. And these are people that may very well be without hope, may very well be in the situation where you were resisting help. But maybe they've reached that point where they're open to help. And to be able to assist them, I want you to hold for a second. On the other side of news, we'll talk about how people can assist and why it's important. So stand by for that. It's 8 o'clock. News is next on WIBX.
From the Stanley Theater Studio, WIBX 950 Utica Rome, W295DI Utica Rome, your news, talk, and sports leader, a Town Square media station.
Impeaching President Biden. I'm Dave Anthony, Fox News. The House Rules Committee, led by Republicans, will today consider
the resolution that would authorize the impeachment inquiry. Tomorrow, House Republicans are expected to vote to approve it. Mind you, this isn't a vote for impeachment, just to allow for the inquiry and more investigative power.
That's Fox's Alexandria Hoff. Now, they're probing Biden family overseas business dealings and if the president was involved.
The White House saying this, quote, the most extreme members of the House Republican Conference are pushing ahead with this partisan smear campaign despite the fact that members of their own party have admitted there is no evidence to support impeaching President Biden.
Now, yet another poll has the president trailing former President Trump, this time by 2 points in a Reuters Ipsos survey out today. It also gives a 50-point Trump lead in the Republican race over his distant rivals. Now, the Supreme Court has agreed to consider a fast-tracked Trump appeal in a criminal case
on whether Donald Trump is immune from prosecution. The federal judge overseeing the case ruled the criminal trial involving alleged 2020 election interference can proceed and that Donald Trump does not deserve a lifetime, quote, get-out-of-jail-free pass, end quote, just because he was president.
That's Fox's David Spun. Ukraine's president will go to the White House this afternoon to keep up his push for more American military aid in the war against Russia. Before that, Volodymyr Zelensky will meet with congressional leaders. But Republicans are holding up an aid package to Ukraine and Israel bundled together, demanding more be done to deal with another record wave of illegal immigration. Senator Tom Cotton just told Fox.
We're at this situation now, this impasse, because Democrats seem to care more about keeping our border open than they care about helping Ukraine.
The Texas Supreme Court has ruled against the pregnant mother who sued trying to get an abortion in the state that bans most of them, citing a medical emergency. Her baby's rare diagnosis likely causing a stillbirth or a death right after, but the ruling doesn't matter in the end. Kate Cox left Texas to get the abortion out of state. America's listening to Fox News.
With the holidays upon us, the increase in traveling, shopping, and connecting online also heightens the need to protect your identity and finances with LifeLock. Identity thieves see this time of year as an opportunity to drain your accounts, open new loans in your name, and damage your financial future. LifeLock detects and alerts you to the threats you might miss on your own. Don't let the busy holiday season catch you off guard. Save up to 25% off your first year with promo code CLAY. LifeLock.com, promo code CLAY.
Hi, this is Joe Cordell of Cordell & Cordell. The holiday season should remind us that faith and family are the most important things in life. And we hope that you succeed in coming together this holiday season with those you love and in the process creating some generational memories. Holidays have this magical power to magnify small things to ever greater memories over time. What a return on investment. Happy holidays.
518-554-0000. 100 Great Oaks Boulevard, Suite 110, Albany, New York, 12203. Online at CordellCordell.com.
Good morning, WIBX 950 News Time 8:03. I'm Andrew Dominio. Right now, it's mostly cloudy and 30 degrees. Your full weather forecast is coming up. This update brought to you by the Mad Dash to save cash during My Carl's Holiday Super Sale. Glam vanities with mirrors, dining sets, rocker recliners, and more. Keep more jingle in your pocket at My Carl's New Hartford Shopping Center. The victim of a deadly house explosion in Oneonta over the weekend has been identified. First responders rushed to the scene on Richards Ave Saturday after getting reports about the blast and a fire that had broken out. They say the body of 60-year-old Desmond Moan was found inside a residence and multiple homes nearby ended up being damaged. The explosion was caused by human error, and anyone impacted can reach out for help by calling 607-547-5351. The New York State Police have announced the death of a retired trooper from Oneida County. On Saturday, 57-year-old Robert Burney of New Hartford passed away from an illness related to his work at the site of the 9/11 terror attacks in New York City. Burney joined the state police back in 1989 and served for over 25 years before retiring. Calling hours will be tomorrow from 4 p.m. until 7 at Friedel Williams and Edmond Funeral Home in New Hartford. Syracuse University Chancellor Kent Severud says violent threats made towards students based on their religious or ethnic backgrounds will be treated as a violation of the school's code of conduct. Severud also said anyone who advocates for genocide might end up being disciplined. Severud believes he's responsible for the safety of all students, faculty, and staff. Any suspicious activity should be reported immediately. And Governor Hochul is launching a public awareness campaign to ensure New Yorkers earning minimum wage get the raise they deserve come January 1st. The state's minimum wage is set to increase to $15 an hour upstate and $16 an hour in Long Island, Westchester County, and New York City. Workers who don't see a bump in their paychecks can file a complaint with the Department of Labor. Minimum wage in the Empire State will increase each year through 2026 and index to inflation in 2027. WIBX 950 News Time, 6:05. Your weather forecast, 8:05. I need glasses, apparently. 8:05. Your weather forecast is according to Eyewitness News Chief Meteorologist Craig Flint. Brought to you by Tallman's Tire and Auto Repair.
I'm Eyewitness News Chief Meteorologist Craig Flint in the WIBX Weather Center. Today, partly cloudy, breezy, not as cold, dry during the day. However, some new light snow and snow showers as another cold front approaches in the evening, a high of 40. Tonight, lake snow and snow showers, additional minor accumulation likely, a low of 28. And tomorrow, colder and windy with snow showers and periods of lake snow, high 34. For more on your local forecast, tune to Eyewitness News at 6 on WTR. I'm meteorologist Craig Flint, on WIBX 950 and 106.9 FM.
Mostly cloudy, 30 degrees. It is 8:06. Sports brought to you by the Stanley Center of the Arts, presenting Standards and Stories with Tony Danza, April 6th, 2024 at 7:30 p.m. Tickets are on sale now through Ticketmaster. Randy Bullock nailed a 37-yard field goal as time expired to lift the Giants above the Packers 24-22 at MetLife Stadium. The other big game was Titans-Dolphins. The Titans scored 15 points in the last 3 minutes of the fourth quarter to take down the Dolphins 28-27, concluding Week 14. The NFL kicks off its special meeting on Tuesday. The event, also known as the Front Office Accelerator, takes place in Irving, Texas, and will wrap up Wednesday. The focus of the meeting will be on international play. Sports Business Journal reports the agenda will include an ownership vote, which would require all 32 teams to play at least one home game outside of the U.S. every 4 years. The current system requires teams to play a home game on foreign soil once every 8 years. The league will also consider games in Madrid, Spain, and Brazil as well, and that could be as early as next season. Finally, Shohei Ohtani getting that big paycheck. The new LA star is deferring most of that record-breaking contract. The Athletic reports Ohtani will defer $68 million of his annual $70 million salary in an effort to lower the Dodgers' payroll and tax issues. The deferred money will then be paid to Ohtani between 2034 and 2043. He'll be well retired and still making more than most of the league. Over the weekend, Ohtani agreed to a 10-year, $700 million deal, the largest contract in U.S. sports history. Leslie's even shaking her head over there. The deferrals were reportedly Ohtani's idea, as he's set to make over $45 million a year through endorsements. Unbelievable.
Well, if you can pass that money aside, that's pretty good.
Yeah.
You're doing okay. You're doing just okay.
I'll take the $2 million.
All right,
just that.
We're going to break quickly. We'll come back. We're speaking with the rescue mission, and we have a program here that is called Winter Wishes. And it to those who are recovering, they deserve a nice Christmas as well. And that in itself could serve as a great inspiration to continue their journey forward. And we'll speak with Leslie and Abdul about that and how you could help here this morning. Coming right up. It's 8:08 at WIBX.
Go green and save green right now at City Suburban. There has never been a better way to heat and cool your home than with a new Mitsubishi electric heat pump system from City Suburban. They provide energy-efficient comfort year-round, are whisper quiet, 40% more efficient than conventional systems, and offer room-by-room temperature control. And the best part is right now you can save up to $9,000 in rebates with the New York State Clean Heat Program while funds are available. Go green and make the switch today. And as always, receive City Suburban's POMG. That's peace of mind guarantee.
This is Chris from City Suburban on Route 233 in Westmoreland. There has never been a better time to upgrade your system than right now. You can save up to $9,000 with New York State Clean Heat rebates and make your home more comfortable and efficient for years to come. Call us today at 853-3899. That's 853-3899. Or visit us at citysuburban.com.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack. Sure, you can post your job to some job board, but then all you can do is hope the right person comes along, which is why you should try ZipRecruiter for free at ziprecruiter.com/free. ZipRecruiter doesn't depend on candidates finding you. Its powerful technology identifies people with the right experience and actively invites them to apply to your job. You get qualified candidates fast. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you what you're looking for. The needle in the haystack.
4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate through the site within the first day. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free. Just go to this exclusive web address, ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free. ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Being prepared for winter weather starts with New Holland. For large snow removal jobs to clearing driveways, New Holland has the equipment to stay one step ahead. Overcome winter's toughest conditions faster, cleaner, and safer with the New Holland lineup of skid steer loaders, compact track loaders, compact wheel loaders, and compact utility tractors. The year-end celebration is going on now. Visit Clinton Tractor today and get equipped for winter.
We are the leader in service, Clinton Tractor.
ClintonTractor.net.
Are you or a loved one dealing with physical issues? Are you about to have a corrective surgery? Be prepared and take the stress out of recovery. Visit Home and Hospital Medical Supply in the new Hartford Shopping Center. From mobility aids to home safety equipment, they carry it all. Whether it's a heating pad for back relief or a knee brace for that sports injury, they now even have light therapy equipment to fight seasonal depression. Home and Hospital Medical Supply. Care with convenience. Online at HandHMedicalNY.com.
Need new tires for winter? Then visit Tolman's Tire and Auto Repair today. Now through December 14th, save up to $70 instantly when you buy a set of 4 eligible Bridgestone, Blizzak, or Firestone Winter Force tires. Save up to $100 instantly when you use your CFNA credit card. Tolman's Tire and Auto Repair located in South Utica, Yorkville, Rome, Herkimer, and downtown Utica. And online at tolmanstire.com. Offer valid November 15th to December 14th, 2023. Cannot be combined with other offers. See store for details, subject to credit approval.
The holidays are the happiest time of the year. That is, unless you or your loved ones are miserable because of colds, sinus infections, or allergies. This holiday season, give the gift of better breathing with Navage. What makes Navage so effective? Well, unlike cold and allergy drugs that might take a long time to help, if they're effective at all, Navage provides fast relief from sinus congestion in 30 seconds flat. Navage doesn't just relieve symptoms, it attacks the cause by sucking out the germs, allergens, and viruses trapped in your nose that are making you feel miserable. Best of all, Navage does it naturally, without drugs. Wash away your cold and congestion problems this holiday season. Add Navage to your gift list so you can breathe easier, sleep better, and feel healthier all year long. Ask for Navage at Walmart, Walgreens, CVS, Rite Aid, Target, or find us online at Navage.com. Navage, Navage. Clean nose, healthy life.
Right now, Steve Ponte Mazda's Season of Inspiration sales event is going on. You can enjoy 0% APR financing up to 60 months on all new 2024 Mazda CX-5s. And Ricky Z says, come in. It's the Mazda way of saying thank you for a great year. They've increased their inventory so you can take advantage of Mazda's 0% special offer. See the dealership for details. As Rick says, let's make your deal on a new Mazda. From the dealership that's achieved first place nationally in customer satisfaction, it is the way they treat you when you walk through the door. And then after you purchase, how they treat you, whether you need service or whatever it is going on. It's a different experience. It's easy to do business. Steve Ponte Mazda, Commercial Drive in Yorkville.
Commercial Drive. WIBX 950 and 106.9 FM. This is Keeler.
All right, Leslie Nicolette is from the rescue mission, along with Abdul Boheed, who is in studio. Abdul, your story is one of plight. You found yourself out on the street, but you were able to find a way to get into recovery and completely turn your life around, but you didn't do it alone. If you could pull that mic just a little bit close. It's not something you did alone.
Absolutely not.
But you had to make that decision.
The decision had to be made.
Because I think oftentimes we wonder, there's so much help out there. Why are these people out on the street? Why are they putting themselves through this? That's a complicated question.
It's a loaded question, Bill.
Yeah.
Every person is different, but the underlying issue is whether they want to receive help or not. The help is out there. It's just when God opens that door, you have to walk through it, in order to get it. And I just like to piggyback off that. So I want to talk about, in regards to when we're at our lowest point. So when I was in Elmira Correctional Facility, for as many years as I was, because of the collateral damage that I had done, you know, and there was only one person that was there. It was God, you know. So every day, God, just get me through the day. Every day I would say that for 10 years. And that's when God went from my mind to my heart, and I was done. There's other ways to seek recovery. NA, AA, they work. But, you know, my addiction's doing push-ups right now, Bill. It's still there. You know, I have a great support network in place. What I do and the people that I help, you know, and I wouldn't be able to do it without their help.
How much does that must be? So again, to reiterate, you now work at the rescue mission,
Correct.
helping people who are in the same situation as you were in. I would imagine that for every person you assist, every person you help, every accomplishment that you find at the rescue mission, that has to feed you and continuously feed your recovery.
I answer you. I reply with this. Anybody that works in the health service field, you don't pick that position. That position picks you. I've seen a lot of people burn out in regards to situations that people go through. But I know in my heart God had brought me to where I am today. I know that, you know. And the bottom line is, help is out there. It's there. It's whether you want it or not, you know. And the best thing about the shelter is that there is hope. There is hope for an individual seeking recovery, seeking God, because we are a Christian ministry. We don't push Christianity on anybody. I have good discernment today. I share my story with people who I think are listening. I speak for thousands before me that went through the homeless shelter, so I'm their voice too. And I always say this: I am the voice for the voiceless, because I understand the dead ends. I understand the empty promises that were made to me while I was out there. I understand the lies, whatever it may be. I get it, you know. And my position that I hold today allows me to voice what's going on with an individual that is homeless, because the people, the agencies, the county, they know what I've gone through.
Yeah.
You know.
We have a program right now on our website. If you look at the trending bar, you click on, which is the black bar at the top, click on Winter Wishes, and it'll take you to a site where you can continue to click, and it goes to Amazon. And do you want to explain just a little bit, Leslie, the program where you can select and really adopt an adult? And we'll get into why that's important in a second, but explain how easy it is to give to these people.
Yes. Well, if you go on the link to the website and click on the Winter Wishes, it'll bring up another link for you to Amazon. And then you can purchase or choose a resident that you would like to purchase gifts for. And those gifts were selected by each resident. So they are personal, and they do mean a lot to each resident. That's why they chose those gifts. And we take that information and we plug it into the Amazon list to make it very easy for people to adopt a resident.
You can also go to uticamission.org, and you can make a cash donation. It'll go to the same place.
Definitely.
Okay.
Definitely.
Abdul, again, you're now, your role now at the mission is what?
I'm the coordinator. I run the homeless shelter.
And you've come a long way. At some point, you've got to look in the mirror and say to yourself, wow, because it is impressive.
Yeah, you should be proud of yourself.
What you've accomplished.
I don't see it that way.
You
I
don't. Yeah.
You know, I want to stay humble, you know, because I look at individuals that come in, and in the back of my mind is, there too shall I go. You know, if I relinquish my sobriety, you know, so it's at the forefront. And we were talking about, you know, the shelter. I like to say this too, because there's some misnomers that are out there in regards to the shelter. Whether we take people that are under the influence, which we do, whether that be drugs, whether that be alcohol. If it's severe, we send them to the hospital. But also, you know, of the leadership of the mission, because We have 4 people right now that are sanctioned for one reason or another. They're sanctioned for whatever they did with the county. So that means we don't get paid for them at the shelter. I know we're the only shelter that takes people that are sanctioned. So I really want to put that out there.
Sanctioned means what?
Sanctioned, it could be a job sanction. It could be a treatment sanction. So a treatment sanction is somebody that starts treatment and doesn't go. So the county sanctioned people.
Got it. So the county is no longer funding that person.
Correct.
Okay.
And I big shout out.
And you take those people.
Yes. Yes, and a big shout out goes to Wendy and Ernie for that, because they made that decision, which I'm so thankful for. But I'd like to say thank you for having me and let me share my story, because it's not about the mission, it's not about me, it's about the individual that comes in that has nothing, that feels hopeless. But the mission is a place of hope. That feels unloved. The mission is a place of love. There's so many programs that are out there for a person that is homeless that they really don't understand. And after this program, I was talking to Amanda. I'm going to be leaving here, and there's a guy underneath a bridge, maybe a half mile down the road. Guess where I'll be going after this?
You're going there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Why should someone, hard-earned money, there's so many charities out there today, why should someone click on Winter Wishes on our website and give to these adults?
I have a story from a gentleman that received a gift last year, and he literally was in tears, and it was just a bath towel. But he said that it was the first gift that he had received in 16 years.
Wow.
Like, he had been in prison, and it was the first gift that he had received in 16 years. And it kind of blows your mind when you think about that and how grateful and thankful he was. And he'll always remember that gift and remember where he was when he received that gift, and that through the mission he was given that gift.
Wow. You want to add to that?
Yeah, I'd like to add to that. So Bill was saying that, it's getting colder nights, so there's a thing called Code Blue. Code Blue is statewide. Anything below 32 degrees, it's considered Code Blue. I remember the days when I was out there, because of me not making that decision and being in cold blue weather, feeling the cold in my bones, it was just horrific. I remember being in a fetal position, just asking God to take me because I didn't want to live anymore. Well, guess what? God had a different plan for me.
Yeah.
But it's really sad that in this day and age we have people that are homeless, when we're doing other things, spending money in other places. Not going to go that route, but I'd like to thank the mission. The mission had given myself and half of my staff a second chance in life. Here I am, a 2-time convicted felon, doing what I love to do.
Yeah. All right, you go to our website, WIBX950.com. In the trending bar, click on Winter Wishes, and I hope you've been inspired in some way to give to these people. So, guys, thank you so much for what you do.
Thank you for getting the word out, Bill.
We appreciate it, and we'll break. It's 8:24 WIBX.
As a leader in green building projects, Potentia has completed hundreds of large sustainable commercial projects across New York State and is now a clean heat approved contractor for residential electric heat pumps. Save up to 40% off your natural gas or oil heating system monthly bill by upgrading to an electric heat pump. Now's a great time to replace that old furnace and boiler with New York State incentives and tax advantages. It's as easy as 1, 2, 3 with a turnkey electric heat pump with various packages and options available. available. Potentia can also help design, supply, and install residential and commercial electric vehicle charging systems at your home or business. From permitting and design through the complete installation, they guarantee your satisfaction with all their products and workmanship. Visit Potentia at 4685 Middle Settlement Road, New Hartford. Give them a call at 315-765-6184 or potentiamanagement.com. That's potentiamanagement.com.
OMG, how did the holidays sneak up on us again? Not to worry, the old Wicker Mill is here to ease the pressure. We put fun back into holiday shopping. With our amazing selection of Vera Bradley, Pandora, Swarovski, Brighton, Beekman, Dr. Squatch, Willow Tree, we have a toy department, a women's clothing department, and so much more. We have something for everyone on your list. Plus, we have a great staff that will help you pick out the perfect gift at the right price for all your family and friends. Don't stress yourself out by shopping online. Is it really going to be what you ordered? Will it get here on time? Come to the old Wicker Mill to experience some old-fashioned holiday shopping with the sights and sounds of Christmas. Plus, you'll get instant gratification by taking it home with you. With so many stores closing and fewer places to shop, we've expanded our store to fill the void. Many of our customers say it's not the holidays without a shopping trip to the old Wicker Mill, and we have plenty of parking right out front, and we're conveniently located at the New Hartford Shopping Center.
Why get an updated COVID vaccine? If you're 65 or older, a COVID vaccine can keep you out of the hospital. And if you have heart disease, a COVID vaccine can help you stay healthy. With COPD or other lung diseases, getting a COVID vaccine can keep you off a ventilator. Anyone can get severely ill from COVID. But some people are more at risk. Know your risk and make sure you're up to date on your COVID vaccine. A message from the New York State Health Department.
Are your brakes noisy? Do your brakes vibrate? Is the brake pedal soft? When your brakes need service, find out why our customers have voted Oriskany Garage the best auto repair shop in the Utica area, where we promise to never, never try to sell you something that you don't need. For brakes, tires, funny noises, warning lights, or any of your auto repair needs, come and experience award-winning service at Oriskany Garage down the street from Utica University or online at ogtire.com. Come on and say it with me and make the noise. ogtire.com.
The holiday season is right around the corner, so give the gift that's hard to wrap but easy to give. Give them a Stihl. With powerful trimmers, blowers, and chainsaws to place under the tree, the Stihl Holiday Gift Guide has something for everyone. Save $20 on the BGA 57 battery-powered blower. Visit your local Stihl dealer or go to stihlusa.com/gift guide. Real Stihl. Find yours. Now $179.99 was $199.99 MSRP. Offer valid for a limited time only at participating dealers while supplies last.
Hi, it's Benny. And Lenny. As helping elves, we have a lot to do this time of year. But I never panic.
Of course not.
No matter what the big guy throws at us, we got this. Right, Lenny?
Whatever.
We just go to Kinney Drugs. Kinney's got tons of stocking stuffers, fragrance and beauty sets.
Ooh la la.
Toys kids love, and my favorite, candy.
Ugh.
So beat the lines. Get it in a Kinney Minute, and happy holidays from Benny.
And Lenny.
The Helping Elves.
A flex head bed is where each head goes up and down independently, but it's still one solid mattress, and Mattress Express has the largest selection in New York State. Right now, get a queen flex head bed with adjustable base and sheets for only $14.99. Locations at mattressexpressny.com.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack. Sure, you can post your job to some job board, but then all you can do is hope the right person comes along, which is why you should try ZipRecruiter for free at ziprecruiter.com/free. ZipRecruiter doesn't depend on candidates finding you. Its powerful technology identifies people with the right experience and actively invites them to apply to your job. You get qualified candidates fast. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you what you're looking for. The needle in the haystack.
4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate through the site within the first day. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free. Just go to this exclusive web address, ziprecruiter.com/free. That's ziprecruiter.com/free. ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Hey, River Hills Properties, the number one regional independent real estate agency in the area. Now, when it comes to chains, they're number 2. And of the top 10 listing agents in the area, River Hills has 5. I'm saying to you, it's important because 15 years ago, nobody knew their name. Bill and Robin Monjo wanted to separate themselves by offering services that other real estate agencies don't offer. And what does that mean for you? Because that's all that really matters, right? I'm selling my house. What does it mean for me? It means you have a team member. You have somebody who's going to be on your side working for you every step of the process from start to finish, and people come to expect that. Your listing agent is there every time the house is shown. They make sure you're putting your best foot forward. When there's an inspection, guess who's there? Your listing agent. And when we had an inspection done, we needed, was it the inspection or was it the appraisal? What did
Appraisal.
The appraisal.
To get the value of the
We
house.
needed comparables. And the appraiser said, I couldn't find any comparables. She said it just like that. I couldn't find any comparables. And immediately, Robin Monjo jumped in and said, boom. She opened her folder and handed her 3 homes that were comparable, which allowed us to get the price we were asking for. Now, that would not have happened in any other scenario had Robin not been there working the extra work, doing the extra things to assist you in selling your home. It benefits the seller, certainly, but it also benefits the buyer. Why wouldn't you list with River Hills? In Barneville, Little Falls, and Utica, it's riverhillspropertiesllc.com online. Nobody sells homes like River Hills Properties.
WIBX 950 and 106.9 FM. This is Keeler.
All right, in studio right now is the man, Greeley Ford. Hello, Greeley. Good morning.
Good morning, guys. How are you today?
All the way
So
up
good to have you back.
from sunny Florida.
It's great to see you guys.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's good to see you. So, you're coming up from warmer Florida.
Slightly.
Slightly.
Yes.
And
Your blood's already thinned
doesn't
out.
it just remind you of why you move when you come up here? Yes, you hear all the crap. Oh, it's the people. It's, right?
Well,
and that is true. That's what brings you back to visit, I assume.
I flew in Sunday night, and there was snow on the ground.
Yeah.
And I guess that already puts me back a year because I swore I'd never see snow again.
Yeah.
So much for this year, I guess.
Well,
right?
and you're down low enough, right, where you wouldn't see any snow.
Not in Daytona area. No,
Yeah,
we wouldn't
yeah.
see snow there.
Whereas there are parts of Florida that has been chilly this fall.
Well, I think that's probably relative.
Yeah,
Yeah, right.
That's right. What is chilly?
All those 60-degree days.
I think somebody said to me, well, it was actually below 30 this morning, but no worries, it's 73 right now.
Yeah.
So.
Well, there's some mornings when I get up to Uber where it's like in the high 30s, low 40s recently. So for down there,
'cause
that's
Daytona,
freezing.
that area can get kind of chilly.
Yeah.
Anything north of St. Augustine can sometimes be a little cold.
Yes, it sure can be. Yeah.
So Greeley, of course, worked with the Liquor Authority here, and of course with AT&T. And what do you know about this? And I should have brought, thinking about it, we should have brought him on with you here.
What's that?
It's Community Phone. Have you heard of this?
No, I haven't.
We're advertised. It's a national advertisement.
Yeah, so it's essentially bringing back the landline.
Bringing back the landline.
Really?
No internet needed. And that tweaked my interest. Like, what are you buying the old Verizon lines? I mean, how do they do it?
Is it connected wireless? I mean, because
I
there's a
don't
lot
know.
of
says
We
no.
were gonna ask Ian.
No internet needed. How do they do it?
Companies are getting rid of the old copper POTS lines. Most of them
Yeah.
are probably gone by now.
Right.
And everything's fiber, but you still got to bring fiber to the source. There's some companies that are selling like internet, say boxes that you put in your house, so it's connected to the internet. It would be like
Yeah.
setting your phone there and setting it as a hotspot.
Yeah. Yeah.
Same issue,
okay.
same thing. So, which brings me to Scott from Kirkville.
Let's talk about him. Now, Scott can't hear anything you're going to say, so...
That's what he says, but he seems to know about Chuck Lester.
He does. Well, he
seems
was
to
a
know-
long-time dedicated listener.
Okay, all right, I'll get
When
him
we
that.
were on the
When we
TV
were on TV.
too. Yeah.
Now,
Okay.
And I say we're on TV now. It's actually better than it ever was.
Yes, yeah.
In terms of quality, but all you need is an internet connection or a cell phone.
So, Scott is a talented guy. I mean, his knowledge and depth of everything from horse racing to college basketball to football, it's amazing.
I say whether you like his jokes or not, use him for his tips. And the guy makes money gambling. Very few people can say that.
So what I'm saying is, how does he do that without an internet connection?
I know.
How does he know all of this, what happened last night or this morning, without an internet connection?
That's a good point.
Scott, come on, dude.
I know it.
Come
because
clean.
let me tell you something. If he's getting the OD, he's getting, the sports from 2 days ago.
You mean USA Today?
Yeah,
Yes,
right.
all
I know.
Yeah.
Just this past weekend, the Sunday paper had the story of Tom Nitty, the trooper, and it basically repeated everything he told us 2 weeks ago.
Mm-hmm.
And they said there was in bold subheading, super. I think they called it super exclusive.
Yeah.
Going deep. Okay, no deeper than we went 2 weeks before.
Right.
How is
right.
that an exclusive when it's already been out there? I don't get it.
Do they still have all these stories about what's going on in Westchester County? That's how it was.
Yeah,
when
I know.
I was looking at it. So,
Yeah.
no.
Well, that's where the USA Today thing comes in.
Well, fortunately, the Daily Sentinel, not the Rome Daily Sentinel.
That's right. The Daily
Sentinel has really stepped up to the
They
plate.
have. They really have.
And
Yeah.
just been a wonderful paper and done a really good job representing Central New York and the Mohawk Valley, and they're just expanding their footprint.
We
done a great
had
job.
I was ripping on the OD the other day, and we had our first person to defend the OD. It was somebody that just messaged in, well, IBX is a shell of what it used to be. It's a disgrace. So I'm like, all right, well, that's cool.
Yeah.
Thank you for that.
Thank you. I think I heard that. You said thank you very much.
Some thought the station wouldn't be on the air after they hired me, but somehow we've remained
still here.
alive.
Somehow.
So, Greeley, you're supposed to be retired. I don't know if anybody told you this. You're supposed to be retired.
Yeah.
You've told us that you're Ubering, but you're also, I don't know if you want to talk about this, you're also got a new job in retirement.
Well, my first job out of retirement I had before I actually retired. I just had to wait till I actually retired to take it.
It was a consultant, right?
Yeah, so I work for a law firm out of Florida, and that hires ex or former, I should say, state regulators to be consultants for customers of theirs that have issues within the states that you come from.
So in this case, it would be New York.
Yeah, so I represent and assist them on cases that they have issues with understanding the process with the New York State Liquor Authority, how long it takes to do things, how things are done, how to interpret the laws, and how best to go about applying to get what you want. So I represent New York interest. I work with a gentleman who is a former director for Florida. I work with the former director of Texas, another one from California.
Wow,
So the four major states, plus other states as well, not just those four.
Yeah, and that keeps you just busy enough.
Just busy enough.
Yeah, and then you Uber.
Probably 5-6 days a week, yes.
Wow.
Are you playing music? I know you were talking about trying to get hooked up with some guys to play out. Are you doing any of that?
You probably in Florida could find a bunch of guys from Central New York to play with.
Yeah, I can't even get an audition.
Oh, my God. What the heck's wrong with those people?
Well, to be honest about it, that's kind of okay because most of the bands I've seen down there, how do I say this nicely?
They're not listening. Don't worry.
They couldn't wipe Central New York musicians' treble clefs, or bass clefs. I mean, they're not. I'm not impressed at all.
Have you seen? There's going to be a memorial event celebration for John Liebing.
Yes, I have seen that.
Will you be back up for that?
No, I won't. I won't be back up anytime soon.
So that's, very sad. We've lost some big local names here.
Yes, and the reason why I'm here is because we have our annual. I guess the cat's out of the bag that I'm here now for the 2 or 3 people who care.
Or the 2 or 3 who are listening.
Yeah, but I'm up here for the annual Christmas party that we do with the musicians at someone's house every year. And looking at the picture from last year, there's already someone who isn't here anymore, Vinny Esposito.
Yeah.
And he passed away, I think, just a couple of weeks after we took that picture at the party last year in December.
Right.
So Candace said to me when I found out about the party and I told him I wasn't going to come, she's the one who said, you should go.
Yeah. Well, we're nearing that time, right? I mean, where people are beginning to
Well, she said,
to
first of
drop
all,
off, sadly.
I can use the brake.
Well, that was the other thing, too. I would assume that if you were to get another musician gig and then you're doing the Uber and this other job, then you'd be in trouble with Candace.
That might be, she might say, that's enough, homie. So, anyway, so I looked into flights and stuff like that, and it kind of just all fell into place that I could do it if I flew in and flew out. So,
and here you are.
And here I am.
And hanging with us here this morning. I love it.
You were like the 8th guys I called, so,
Okay.
We appreciate
that. We as long as we get the call, we don't care where we are on the
All
list
right, good.
in terms of numbers. Hold on tight. We'll break. Coming in, Sheriff Mashel. You get to see the sheriff coming up.
Awesome.
And we want to talk a little bit about this. Some accusations have been made. This Cameron Decker is a young guy that's going around trying to lure in people online that are sexual predators or maybe are sexual predators. The problem is DAs, many don't want to work with, they really don't want that being done. It could interfere with an investigation that's already underway. It could also end up really, really dangerously. It could end up in a bad way. So we'll speak with the sheriff about that. One of the misnomers that's out there is Decker is claiming that none of these investigations to catch sexual predators, none of this stuff is actually being done here. And the sheriff is here to tell you that's not true. We'll speak with Sheriff Mashel and Greeley Ford in studio, 841 at WIBX.
Christmas, more than any other time, is for the gathering of families to celebrate the joy that the season brings, reflecting on the blessings of the past year. For many at the Rome Rescue Mission, there is no home, no family, and no joy. Children cannot experience the joy of Santa because no one can afford a gift for them. And to many, Christmas Day brings only more loneliness and misery. The good news is it doesn't have to be this way. With your generous donation of $20, you can provide Christmas for a child at the Rome Rescue Mission. A traditional Christmas meal, a visit from Santa, a toy, and celebrating the birth of baby Jesus can all be made possible with a donation of just $20. Please consider what you can do to pass along the joy of this season. Donate now at romemission.org. That's romemission.org. Rome Rescue Mission. A hand up, not a handout.
Life happens, and at Mohawk Valley FCU, we are here to help you through life's ups and downs. It's not always easy. Life isn't perfect. That's why Mohawk Valley FCU goes above and beyond for their members with higher interest accounts, superior service, easy loan approvals, and so much more. With locations on River Road in Marcy, in the State Office Building in Utica, and with mobile banking, you'll receive the best service no matter where you are. Mohawk Valley FCU now welcomes all Town of New Hartford employees. Member-focused, member-driven. Visit MohawkValleyFCU.org.
Need new tires for winter? Then visit Tolman's Tire and Auto Repair today. Now through December 14th, save up to $70 instantly when you buy a set of 4 eligible Bridgestone, Blizzak, or Firestone Winter Force tires. Save up to $100 instantly when you use your CFNA credit card. Tolman's Tire and Auto Repair located in South Utica, Yorkville, Rome, Herkimer, and downtown Utica. And online at tolmanstire.com. Offer valid November 15th to December 14th, 2023. Cannot be combined with other offers. See store for details, subject to credit approval.
Hey, the official coffee of the Keeler in the Morning radio program is Daylight Donuts in New Hartford. And I just want to tell you, with the holiday season, there are a few things to take care of with Chuck and everybody at Daylight. You know, the drive-thru is lightning fast. You're in, and you're out, and you're on your way. It's Seattle's best, which just so happens to be owned by Starbucks. It's that amazing coffee. And you don't have to wait as long for the drive-thru. You're in, you're out, you're on your way. Fresh donuts there every single day, and the lattes are amazing. Pistachio, pumpkin. For the holidays, chocolate, peppermint candy cane, gingerbread cookie, s'mores latte, and the amazing Almond Joy latte. Christmas gift cards, buy $20, get 5 free. And those incredible snowflake rolls, a family recipe. Great for your holiday dinner, but you have to sign up. Buy them by the dozen for Christmas dinner. At Daylight Donuts in the village of New Hartford, call 315-724-7103.
WIBX 950 and 106.9 FM. This is Keeler.
Now, as you can see here in studio right now, Greeley Ford is with us this morning, and also Sheriff Rob Mashel. Good morning.
Good morning.
So, this is where we bring people back together, leading up
the reunion show.
So, Greeley makes his way back in. Sheriff, so apparently at some point there was, we had the DA on. He had made a comment about one of the videotapes that this Cameron Decker to catch a predator type thing on YouTube had done. The DA does not work with this. You suggest the same, and we'll talk about that a little bit. Herkimer County's does not either. There are some out there who are working with them, but the dangers of what has been labeled vigilantism, talk about that just a little bit and why this is, you guys are cautious with this.
Sure. Speaking in general terms, first and foremost, the most important thing that no matter what kind of investigation we're working on, it's about safety of the community, safety of the members that are involved in investigation, safety of the suspect, all of that stuff. So when we can talk specifically about, let's take a case that the Child Advocacy Center has. As they're working their investigation on the allegations, they're also looking at the suspect and what potentially they could be dealing with. When it comes time to make an arrest, is it just going to be the investigators going to arrest the individual? If for some reason when they're doing the workup on the suspect, is it something that they're going to need the SWAT team for? Is it something they're going to need? I mean, because we have things at our disposal now we never had before. The Mohawk Valley Crime Analysis Center is a perfect example. While investigators are working the actual investigation, the Crime Analysis Center is doing a workup for them so that we can figure out potential dangers. If we're going in to make an arrest, let's say in an apartment complex, we got to make sure everyone else around that apartment that we're making the arrest on is going to be safe. So there's a lot of things that go into this.
And if you're meeting at Walmart, for instance, what are the chances if somebody, God forbid, were to pull out a gun and you have all of the people that
all
are
these
shopping?
innocent bystanders,
Yeah.
all these innocent bystanders, and and I have to be clear when we're making an arrest, whether it's a sex crime, a robbery, or whatever the case may be, all these details are worked out in the background before it actually goes down.
Yeah.
Obviously, the exception would be crimes in progress. That's the
right.
exception. But when Cameron comes to us with stuff, we don't blow him off. I mean, we take what he gives us. And I got to say something. The Child Advocacy Center, as of last night, as of 4 o'clock yesterday, they are at 997 cases for 2023.
Wow.
These are legitimate sex crime allegations against children under the age
That's
of 17
disgusting.
or severe physical abuse cases. Probably by this morning, they're probably surpassing the 1,000 mark. That's the highest caseload they've ever had in their existence. This is a strong partnership. And obviously on the administrative side, the Child Advocacy Center is run by myself, the district attorney, and the county executive. But the boots on the ground, the people who do all the work, obviously the district attorney's office, the people he has assigned there, the investigators from the sheriff's office, state police, Rome police, Utica police. We have the Oneida County Department of Social Services, both with mental health services, child protective services. We have medical services. We have mental health services, counseling services, advocacy. All this stuff is going on. On top of that, there are 750 registered sex offenders living in Oneida County somewhere, whether it's in a city, town, village, or in a correctional facility. We the members at the Sheriff's Office, investigators at the Child Advocacy Center, are charged with monitoring more than 250 of those. Utica PD monitors theirs, Rome PD monitors theirs, New Hartford monitors theirs. We monitor all the rest in the county. So there are so many moving parts here, but we have never blown off Cameron Decker. We've taken his cases, we've investigated them, and those that need to go to the district attorney's office for further review, that happens. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I want to make it clear we're not blowing him off, but at the same time, we can't have vigilanteism running around because someone's going to, it's a matter of time, and I don't want it to be in Oneida County. I don't want it to be anywhere, but certainly I don't want it to be here. Someone's
Something
gonna get
bad's
hurt
going to
when you
happen.
take the law into your own hands. I don't care what the circumstances are.
So Lance and Lee, who's been, kind of a lot of the reason why we wanted to bring you on, well, one of the many reasons, he's saying, Andrew, just a question for the sheriff. Well, I think what Mr. Decker does should be handled by police. When was the last time specifically local law enforcement actually performed one of these stings? I follow local news closely and don't recall seeing anything. So I guess what he's saying is, Does the Child Advocacy Center do something similar to what Mr. Decker was doing?
And can I put an addendum to that?
Mm-hmm.
Or are you in a situation where there's already so much, there's only so many staff members to go around to investigate, and you're already dealing with so much that's already out there? It seems like there's a record number.
No, the one thing
Let me add, Sheriff, and
a second
are you in a
addendum.
position that you have to disclose everything too? You can't disclose everything to
Well,
the
that's
public.
where I was going to go. In addition to everything I just mentioned, the United County Child Advocacy Center is part of ICAC, and that's an acronym that stands for Internet Crimes Against Children. That's a nationwide place where people can go to report internet crimes against children, filtered through the New York State Police. When something comes up that's an internet crime against a child or a potential something like this, state police will see that it's happening in Oneida County, the allegations. That will be forwarded to the Oneida County Child Advocacy Center, and it opens up an investigation. So to Lance and Lee's question, absolutely we do these. And to basically follow up what Greeley just said, we run multiple investigations all the time, and I'm not, we're obviously not going to speak of them. But yes, we do them. We do them regularly. We just don't bring in television cameras and YouTube videos. I mean,
that's the other part of this.
You're seeing a press release that has 2 paragraphs in it. That press release, that investigation could have been 7 months long, involving all kinds of things. We just can't. I can't put that in every press release.
And I cannot stress enough, there are people that are criticizing online, talking about the fact that, these are monetized videos. Well, I don't make money off it. Well, how do you travel? How do you show up in hotels? And you got to be taking money somehow.
Exactly.
And if that money is supporting your life and supporting, then you've monetized and you're making money off these people.
I can't speak for any of the other members at the Child Advocacy Center, and I'm certainly not saying anything negative against any other communities around this country, not just county, but country or state. We're a relatively large law enforcement agency. When a smaller agency, when Cameron brings a complaint to a much smaller county where not a whole lot goes on,
it's different.
Things are going to get a different type of attention. I mean, we work cases like this every day.
Right. Yeah.
So you know what I mean? So he may get
clearly
special treatment.
multiple cases a day.
From when a quiet county gets, let's say a rural county gets a complaint, they're going to give it all their attention they got.
Yeah.
I mean, we give things all our attention every single day, 24 hours a day.
There's another element of this that people have to. What you think you are seeing and witnessing might be a crime, but what you're seeing might be misunderstood also. And why I'm saying this is oftentimes CPS will get phone calls, and the person, and I've heard this a dozen times, where somebody says, I reported it, those people don't do anything. They didn't do a thing. Well, they investigated. There are laws. There are constitutional rights. There are
reports when
there's a lot to this.
When they're unsubstantiated, unfounded, there's different categories. Obviously, no one has access to them once they, you know what I mean? And it's just, I can't praise the work enough that the Child Advocacy Center does, and it's multiple people involved.
Not to mention the family court system alone that deals with this, and sometimes there are false accusations.
It just bothers me, and I'm obviously we all know the district attorney can speak for himself, but when some youngster comes on and criticizes a man who has given more than half his life to prosecuting criminals here in Oneida County and has an awesome record at doing so. I mean, he has no business trying to bash the district attorney.
We're all experts these days,
we
Sheriff.
Yeah. Well, now he claims that he was he was accused of doing something that he didn't do, using a homophobic slur. That may very well be true. And
there's other things too. That when I learned what I learned, I mean, I mean, we have to make sure when we use a confidential informant that it's going to stand up in court,
He has a
especially
criminal
now
record.
in New York State. I mean, everything is scrutinized, and with discovery and bail reform, all this stuff together. I mean, the last thing we want to do is put someone in front of a jury, because you know as well as I do, just cast 1 ounce of doubt, in this entire case is gone.
Right.
Well, Lance thanks you for answering the question.
All right.
You're very welcome.
And Lance, see how this works?
Whoever you are, you're very welcome.
You asked.
Whoever you are.
I'm Lance from Lee. Now, quiet. It's and we laugh, but like he may very well be Lance from Lee. Lance, I'm not disparaging you by any means, but
We
you could also
appreciate your
be
comments.
Bob from Buffalo. I don't know. We don't know.
Oh man, Lance, you got a lot of information about a lot of stuff.
He does. Lance has an inside. Whoever Lance really is, he has a lot of inside scoops. Many inside scoops.
He says, apparently Bill didn't hear my first part of the question. In my opinion, Cameron should let law enforcement handle
I did. No, I'm
catching
not.
criminals.
I'm not criticizing Lance.
I'm reading them as I come.
What do you think? I want him attacking me?
No, God, no.
Okay. The sheriff. So I'm sorry, and it's the official organization that donated is
the Oneida County Sheriff's Law Enforcement Foundation. It's a very small local 501c3. We raise money and give it right back to the community.
Love it, and you donated through Clinton Tractor. An amazing. This has it's a New Holland. It actually has a bucket that goes along with it. It's an electric vehicle for kids. We currently have a bid, and we'd like to sell it with your permission here.
Absolutely.
It's a bid of $425 to Dana Olney.
And thank you very much, Dana.
Dana is a good community service member herself. Her and her husband do great things. In fact, they were just out recently over there on Route 233 raising for Sleep in Heavenly Peace as well.
Awesome.
So congratulations to Dana. You get that, the tractor. And then Utica Mac also donated, and a special thanks to everybody next door at Utica Mac. The bid right off the bat from Joe Habaika, who is a grandfather these days. And Joe has put a bid of $500 on the Utica Mac truck. We'll sell it to Joe Habaika Jr. So we appreciate what everybody else has done and what you guys have done out there. And
I have my first grandchild coming in February, so next year I'm in on the bid directly.
Congratulations.
There you go.
Thank you.
That's
Little
awesome.
boy coming in February.
Are you good? It's so funny because you hear a lot of times it's the women. It's like, don't call me grandma. I'm Nookie or something like that.
My wife, she's accepted any name except Granny. So when you
Granny.
see my wife,
Okay.
Andrew, when you see Tammy, call
Yeah,
her
I will
Granny.
not
Call
do
her
that.
Granny. That's right. I love it. Well, congratulations.
Thank
That's great news. And Greeley, it is so great seeing you. And you are, you had said, am I welcome in the studio? Can I sit in?
Anytime.
Absolutely always welcome. So,
Well,
man.
thank you. I'm so glad I'm here with the esteemed sheriff. It's an
nobody's
unexpected
special,
pleasure.
so.
Yeah, you are, sir.
Thank you.
good
love
stuff.
you. All right.
And enjoying your time with Lance and Lee.
Yeah.
So, as well.
You've made him happy,
That's
which
right.
is hard to do.
That's all good stuff. All right. Again, a special thanks, Dana Olney, winning the $425 bid. And over on the other side, Habaika with the Utica Mac and a $500 bid. All the money goes to the Marines Toys for Tots program. It's a great organization. Give to them if you can, and whatever organization you can find out there where everything stays here locally. Gotta go. Back here tomorrow morning. News is next.
OMG, how did the holidays sneak up on us again? Not to worry, the old Wicker Mill is here to ease the pressure. We put fun back into holiday shopping with our amazing selection of Vera Bradley, Pandora, Swarovski, Brighton, Beekman, Dr. Squatch, Willow Tree. We have a toy department, a women's clothing department, and so much more. We have something for everyone on your list. Plus, we have a great staff that will help you pick out the perfect gift at the right price for all your family and friends. Don't stress yourself out by shopping online. Is it really going to be what you ordered? Will it get here on time? Come to the old Wicker Mill to experience some old-fashioned holiday shopping with the sights and sounds of Christmas. Plus, you'll get instant gratification by taking it home with you. With so many stores closing and fewer places to shop, we've expanded our store to fill the void. Many of our customers say it's not the holidays without a shopping trip to the old Wicker Mill, and we have plenty of parking right out front, and we're conveniently located at the New Hartford Shopping Center.
The church gives us a peace the world cannot give. Letting go of bitterness and resentment can help us find inner peace. The sacrament of reconciliation and the grace the sacrament provides may help us to forgive ourselves, forgive others, and enjoy a peace we may not have known for years. What a gift! On December 18th, Catholic churches throughout the diocese will be open for the sacrament of reconciliation. The light is on for you. Come home for Christmas and celebrate the joy of the Eucharist.
Are you or a loved one dealing with physical issues? Are you about to have a corrective surgery? Be prepared and take the stress out of recovery. Visit Home and Hospital Medical Supply in the new Hartford Shopping Center. From mobility aids to home safety equipment, they carry it all. Whether it's a heating pad for back relief or a knee brace for that sports injury, they now even have light therapy equipment to fight seasonal depression. Home and Hospital Medical Supply. Care with convenience. Online at HandHMedicalNY.com.
From the Stanley Theater Studio, WIBX 950 Utica Rome, W295DI Utica Rome, your news, talk, and sports leader, a Town Square media station.
I'm Dave Anthony, Fox News. Consumer prices did tick up last month, only a fraction.
The estimate was it was going to be flat. It actually jumped 0.1%.
Fox Business Network, Cheryl Casoni.
Year over year, the headline number for CPI in line at 3.1%.
That's after the Fed's interest rate hikes to drive inflation down, sending interest rates to 22-year highs. Ukraine's President Volodymyr Zelensky will go to the White House today after meetings on Capitol Hill, asking for more help battling Russia. Republicans are demanding that aid to Ukraine and Israel include border policy changes. Senator Ron Johnson just told Fox Business.
I'm very sympathetic with the plight of the Ukrainians. I think most Americans are. But I'm also very concerned about, for example, the families who've lost loved ones to fentanyl overdoses.
At the House, the Rules Committee will today consider a resolution to formalize an impeachment inquiry into President Biden. A full House vote could approve it tomorrow.
The White House is trying to keep the public from seeing all the facts. We're going to get the facts out one way or another.
The White House calls this a political smear with no evidence. President Biden was involved in his family's overseas business dealings, but a Republican Congressman Steve Scalise also tells Fox.
How many people use 20-plus shell companies, millions and millions of dollars coming from foreign countries?
The Supreme Court is going to consider a fast-tracked appeal of this former President. Trump tries to avoid one of his looming criminal trials.
Special Counsel Smith made this emergency plea to the High Court, asking the justices to rule that Donald Trump is not immune from prosecution. The petition reads in part, this case presents a fundamental question at the heart of our democracy, whether a former president is absolutely immune from federal prosecution for crimes committed while in office.
That's Fox's David Spunt. We're just getting word out of Harvard University that the school's president, Claudine Gay, will remain leader after the announcement by the highest governing body at Harvard. She had come under criticism for her comments last week at an anti-Semitism House hearing. America's listening to Fox News.
With the holidays upon us, the increase in traveling, shopping, and connecting online also heightens the need to protect your identity and finances with LifeLock. Identity thieves see this time of year as an opportunity to drain your accounts, open new loans in your name, and damage your financial future. LifeLock detects and alerts you to the threats you might miss on your own. Don't let the busy holiday season catch you off guard. Save up to 25% off your first year with promo code CLAY. LifeLock.com.